Welcome to the Three Dude Cast, everybody.
Hey.
Batch.
This nice subtle little batch.
What's up, Bat?
What's up, Batch?
Hey, batch.
You just got back from vacation, Batch?
I wouldn't call it a vacation.
No.
Well, yeah.
But a back.
Yeah, and-
Batches. How's everybody doing?
Consequently,
Oh,
we're back. It's been 2 weeks
It's been
since we
2
released an episode.
fucking weeks, dude.
Wow.
I am so happy that we're back to doing this show.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have no goddamn
Oh,
idea.
yes, we do.
You have no goddamn
We watched
idea.
a talking cat last week because we didn't have this.
We
to
were
do.
we were directionless with that. It's like
Truly rudderless.
It's like if Voltron was missing an arm, you know. It's not fully functional.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We missed you, buddy.
I wish you guys
So glad
too.
that you're back and we're doing this thing. We just ate a whole fucking ton of spaghetti.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, we did.
All those spagoots.
Yeah, we had a lot of spagoots.
Never forget it.
No, I
Three-quarters
made
of a loaf of
I
bread.
made the sauce. Like obviously you guys have noticed we've been away for a couple weeks now. I had a work trip that I had to take just to kind of, in the issue of full disclosure, I was out of town for 2 weeks. That's why we missed 2 weeks of the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, everybody.
We could have told them,
Yeah.
but we opted not to.
We did not. And by opted not to, you mean we just didn't.
just didn't
We
do it.
just didn't.
Didn't even decide.
It just didn't happen.
However, as Rush reminds us, if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Food for
See,
thought.
I thought you meant Rush Limbaugh for a second. I got really confused. Sounds way too deep for him.
I'm not going to be quoting Rush Limbaugh anytime soon.
Listen, the men who hold high places must be the ones who start to make an update on the podcast.
Closer.
Man, I have to fart.
Yeah, right. I was going to be a fart joke there.
Yeah.
Yeah, closer to the fart.
No,
the
but
Three
yeah,
Dudes podcast.
we're back. I'm back in town. I had a work trip.
Yes.
I was out in Connecticut for a couple weeks, learning something for training or I don't know, whatever. They sent us to a casino the first time, so that's about all I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like it was a nice time though when
It
it wasn't work.
It was fun. Yeah, we had a good time, and I came back and I made some sauce for the.
Oh my god!
Made some spagat and some sauce
So
for
much
the
spagat.
Spagat. Yeah. Whoa.
We gotta talk to Doubledon puts about spagat.
Yeah, we gotta do the spagats.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made a special occasion calls for a special sauce. So I jacked off in everybody's spaghetti.
That's really I gotta say I didn't notice, but I'm glad to know it.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
But yeah, no, it's good to be back. It's good to be back on the air. I missed this terribly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. This is probably going to run a little long.
Yeah, we got
Just
a lot to catch up on.
Just a fair warning,
sure.
because this is going to be a kind of a catch up episode. We got 3 weeks here of backlog that we need to work on.
I will tell you, in your absence, the first Tuesday, we went to a trivia night.
Yeah.
We went up to the Magic Tree.
Yeah.
And we did their trivia night with Winfield.
Yeah.
And we won.
Really?
Overall,
Yeah,
we won
number
overall.
one.
Nice.
Yeah.
We did really, honestly, as a team. It was me and Ben and Christy and Matt and Grace.
Very good.
Were with us.
You're gonna love this. Round one, the bonus question was name the original 6 teams that comprise the National Hockey League,
yeah, right.
and I just frantically just scrambled for the.
That was probably why we came out where we did, to be honest.
We were. I think we were the only ones who got all
Yeah.
6 of those.
It was pretty awesome. One of them was the 3 H's that Triple H stands for.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Yeah.
Well, they got that. It's pretty impressive. It was a good
No,
game.
it's good. You know what? Shout out to Winfield, who does trivia at the
Oh,
Magic
man.
Tree on Tuesdays. It's really fun. Go check that out.
Awesome.
Fantastic,
trivia.
man.
Yeah,
Really,
we're not
really
listening
good
to our
trivia.
podcast on Tuesday evenings.
He's like a more likable Alex Trebek.
Yeah,
with personality, and is also not a dick.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who hates Alex Trebek's filthy guts.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek is kind of a smug
He's a
cock.
condescending
He's
son of a
a
bitch.
huge penis. Alex Trebek is a huge penis. Like,
Ooh, I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Ooh, that's the fleur de la fleur. And he's always like talking in French and shit and wearing brown suits. Like, what an asshole.
One of my former bosses, the guy that used to run the company, was on Jeopardy. He was on twice.
Really?
He won his first game, and he lost his second one. And and he said he'll never get it out of his head the way Alex Trebek at you like
ooh,
I'm sorry we can't accept that. You know the answer is
Ooh, it was so obvious too.
that's obvious. You're holding the fucking cards.
Yeah.
You're not smart, man.
Yeah, you dumb asshole.
You don't know you're not that smart.
He's such a shit, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking likes Trebek.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess we should get started on this long ass episode
Yeah, we
because it's
probably
going to be
should.
long.
Yeah.
We're fucked over the course of the past couple weeks.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
we're here to tell you why. I have a couple of them, so I'll start with one, and then
Please do.
we'll bring it back, and we'll come back to me again.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with the one that happened to me last night when I
God.
was picking out the ingredients to make the red lead. I went to Walmart, which is already a bad time.
It's a terrible starter.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it. I didn't want to go to Giant Eagle to buy the ingredients for the sauce because I didn't want to pay $142 for like some noodles and some tomatoes.
Yeah, right.
In a can. So I'm like, fuck it. Walmart's open. It's late.
Yeah.
I'll go in and I'll pick up what I need.
Yeah.
So I got everything I needed. I got most of what I needed, and I walked over to the meat department to get the country ribs. For those of you at home, I put pork in my spaghetti sauce, and if you don't, you're doing it wrong. So I had to go get gotta get the bone-in country ribs, right?
Yeah.
Like where the fat melts off and you just cook it in the sauce. That's the way you gotta do it. Yeah. So I went to the meat department, and the meat department is like entirely roped off. Like they shoddily. It's
Well, like with wet
shopping
floor
carts
signs,
and wet floor signs and like flower carts. It's not flower season.
Yeah, right.
In a way that doesn't suggest roping off as much as I wonder if they're trying to tell me something.
Right, exactly. Yeah, right. So like I asked, there was a woman walking past with the Walmart vest on, and I'm like, hey, I just need to run in there really quick and grab something. Is it okay if I do that? Because there was nothing going on in there.
Sure. Yeah.
And she's like, oh no, they're waxing the floor. You can't. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Wait, that's how they rope off the floor when they're waxing the floor?
Yeah, they just kind of shoddily did that. They found like there was like one plastic chain on one side, a bunch of carts on another side. Like it was the shittiest rope off job I've ever seen.
Walmart isn't buying their employees rope.
Yeah,
I've seen structures pass for invisible walls in video games that look better than that.
yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. But I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it, whatever. I'll just get them in the morning, fine. But I'm walking around and picking out the rest of the ingredients, and I lean over, and I see the guys, presumably the crew, who's going to be doing the waxing. And they're sitting there, and one guy's leaning on like the mop bucket.
Yeah.
And there's another guy that's like up against the shelf, and then there's another guy behind him standing next to the big barrel of wax.
Sure.
And the big barrel of wax is not open. They're all just kind of standing there, shooting the shit, like doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I look over at the floor there, and there's no wax on the floor.
Yeah, like
they've done nothing. They're just standing there bullshitting. And I'm like, okay. So I walk around and I go back over to him, and I'm like, hey guys, do you mind if I go in there really quick? I could see them from where I'm standing.
Yeah.
Like, I can see the ribs. I'm like, it's going to take me 30 seconds to get in there.
You have a visual on these ribs.
I have a visual on the ribs.
You have located the ribs.
I've located the ribs. It's going to take me 30 seconds to sift through and pick which two packages I
SEAL
want.
Team Ribs has located the target.
Right. And then died mysteriously in a helicopter crash. No. But, no, I have them picked out, and they're like, oh, no, I'm sorry, man, you can't. We're waxing the floor. And I'm like, okay. So I walk back around and I go grab the wine for the sauce and everything, and I'm looking over, and by this point it's been like 8 minutes since I've initially asked the question to the first woman, and I can see that there's no wax on the floor, and I can see that they're not starting waxing the floor yet.
Yeah.
And I'm getting pissed, right?
Yeah.
Because all I want to do is go. It's going to take me 30 seconds to go over there and grab them.
Yeah.
And I'm just staring at these guys, just shooting the shit and not doing anything. They told me like I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I just moved on to the
I
just moved one of the shopping carts.
What the fuck are they gonna do?
Right. Well, exactly. And I moved one of the shopping carts aside, and I went over to the counter. All the coolers are still on and everything.
Yeah.
I went over. I picked out a one package of ribs, and then the big tubby guy who was leaning up on the mop bucket, like turns over to me, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You can't go in there." And I
fuck, I can't.
I very slowly stood up.
Yeah.
set the set of ribs down that I had, and I turned over and I looked at him with my mouth open, and like the look, I didn't give him like a shitty you know. I just stood there and stared at him with my mouth open.
You must have looked so pitiful.
Well, right. Well, the image that I'm trying to project to this gentleman is. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Fuck you, or what are you gonna do?
I'm already here.
I'm already here, and I'm thinking like, is he gonna come over and stop me now that I've done that? Because please do that to me at 11:30 on a Monday night at a Walmart meat section. Make me the guy on somebody's shoddy cell phone video that goes viral on Facebook for calling your stupid ass out.
Make me internet famous and let me
please,
sue.
I'm going. Please be that guy. Let this be the night. But I'm just, we like lock eyes for 10 solid seconds, and he just goes, and like, it goes back to his conversation. And I picked out my ribs, and I got everything, I went to the checkout, and I got out. So here's why we're fucked.
Yeah, right.
We all understand.
You're going to wax pessimistic now.
Yes. Here's why we're fucked. Where we live in a society where we have a certain set of social rules, social constraints that are not laws, but things that we all need to abide by, or the entire social infrastructure of the world will crumble.
Everything breaks down.
Right. If you're just that asshole. Yeah. So, like, good example. If you're in a grocery store and there's a checkout line that says 12 items or less, and you have 14 items in your buggy, you need to take your fat, wobbly diabetes ass over to the next line. And wait with the rest of us. Yeah. Or put 2 fucking items back. I don't care, but
you have to act in such a way that if everybody did it, everything would be fine.
Yes.
It's preventing the tragedy of the commons kind of thing.
But we're fucked because there's fucking assholes like this guy who are out there trying to stack more social polities on top of the ones that we know and abide by. Yeah. This guy is trying to tell me that I can't do that because they're going to wax the floor, but there's no wax on the floor.
Yeah, and they're not about
to do that. So this is just like the rule that this guy made up for me because he, for whatever reason, like he just can't be bothered for me to go in there for 30 seconds. Yeah. So that's why we're fucked. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. And like the greater message at home, listeners, for you all, is if anybody tries to give you some shit like that, just fucking ignore them and see what they do. Yeah. Like, you gotta just, like, you know, fuck you.
You're not hurting anything.
You're not hurting anything. If you're not hurting anybody, you're not disrupting the social order. I say fuck it. I'm tired of letting people get away with their bullshit.
Yeah, right.
And this was just, like, one step forward in that.
This was this guy's one opportunity to be in charge of something.
Right.
And he's going to have a fantastic career as a mall cop.
Right, exactly.
But has no business stopping you from getting your ribs.
Exactly. Well, that was the thing. Like, we locked eyes, and all in this 10 seconds where we were staring at each other, I watched the look of realization on his face when he came to the conclusion that I did not recognize his authority. And there was nothing that he was going to do that was going to stop what was happening.
Yeah, right.
And he had 2 choices. He could either shut his fat fucking mouth and go back to what he was doing, or he could come over and make my night.
Yeah, right.
Ironically, what he was doing was opening his fat fucking mouth.
Right. But yeah, no. And so, don't let people put more constraints on you than you need to. We all have to follow the rules sometimes. Yeah. But when somebody tries to lay you a line of bullshit, it's okay to call them on their bullshit.
Fuck stupid rules.
Yeah, right. And fuck that guy in general. And
Pointless
fuck Walmart. Fuck Walmart.
Yeah, fuck Walmart.
I'm throwing a challenge down to Walmart. Yeah, fuck you fucking animals.
God, Walmart
entire Walmart family.
I must have missed the challenge part of that.
Yeah.
The challenge is,
there's no challenge.
Fuck you.
The challenge is close all your stores. Fucking
sick
you
of
get nothing if you win.
Oh my god, it's terrible. Every time I'm in one is a bad experience.
It's terrible.
I can't remember. Can anyone name a positive Walmart experience?
I'm never happy in Walmart.
I can name a positive Walmart experience.
God, please help me.
Me and my friends were out at the Walmart in Boardman after having gone to see a movie. This was shortly after I started college, before I met you guys, a few years before I met you guys, and so we went to Walmart. It was like, maybe 11:30 at night. I might have just plagiarized that time from you, but it was late at night. It was like midnight, 1 in the morning ish. And so we go there, just to get some snacks and some, game fuel or whatever. And we're talking about, this was right after that infomercial guy, Vince for ShamWow, got arrested for getting in a fight with a hooker.
Yeah, she won.
Yeah, and we were talking about this as we were going through the register, and this old lady just looks like a pack-a-day widow, mid-60s, and she's like, "Are you talking about that ShamWow guy?" and we're like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Huh. That hooker must not have liked his nuts."
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn, she was talented.
That was my one positive experience at Walmart.
Thanks, Grandma. No, that's fucking great.
Yeah, so the four of us just cracked up.
That's it. That's the only example I've ever heard.
Yeah.
This Walmart is just a shitty place.
Every time I'm in there, I feel like I'm as much a part of the factory as everything else.
For sure.
I'm just going through the maze, and then I go down the aisles I don't want to because they're how I get to where I have to go. And along the way, all the stupid shit I don't want that is in the in-betweens to try and distract
And
me
it's
from
never
getting
organized.
out.
Yeah, fucking, John Travolta's secret love child.
Right, yeah. I always have to read one of those terrible Us Weekly covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most recent one I saw, actually, I was actually in Walmart at the time.
Yeah.
Most recent one I saw was new secret CIA files leaked on Princess Diana's murder.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
No, I've sworn off Walmart pretty much in general.
Yeah.
Except for the once every 2 years that I have to go in there for something, and I'm not happy about it. So
Every now and then you have to.
Yeah.
I will give you a piece of good news though on the tabloid note. Tabloids are in deep trouble.
Good.
They are struggling right now.
Yeah.
And the big reason for that is people in checkout lines are no longer looking at the tabloids.
They're looking at their phones.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I didn't even consider that.
Yep. It's
Just think of all the shit we don't have to look at
Yep.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
We have a magic box in our pocket
Yep.
to distract us.
Absolutely.
Grandma's body at the funeral.
Well, no, that's when
Texted
you.
your way past the casket.
Well, no, that's when you pull up the Snapchat filter and just
Selfie.
give
Turn
grandma's
grandma-
corpse a dog face.
Yeah.
Hashtag no
Turn
filter.
grandma into a puppy. Have a rainbow shooting out of her mouth.
Love you.
Rested spaghetti. Never forgetting.
You know, I was thinking about that recently, and I know we haven't even begun to move through why we're fucked. Maybe,
That's all right.
maybe I'll just make this my no.
No, go ahead.
I was just thinking, how many times I used to, before I had a phone in my pocket all the time, I go to the store, I'd have to look at people and say hi.
Yeah.
And just, how's it going, or
Yeah.
you stand outside a building having a cigarette in particular. Everyone's going in the door past you, so you end up making a lot of eye contact.
The phone or headphones
Yeah,
gives you an
headphones.
automatic out.
The international symbol for "leave me the fuck alone." That is
Yeah.
the second part of the "why we're fucked," which I'm going to get to.
Yeah, right.
In a little bit. But no.
Yeah, it's just like you don't have to make eye
You don't have
contact
to do
with
that.
anybody.
That's why we're not fucked in
Yeah,
general.
right.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have an
Thanks,
opt-out.
technology.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I kind of miss
Nah.
obligated smiles to strangers. 'Cause at least you can pretend that y'all liked each other.
Nah.
Now we don't have to.
Nah, fuck them. Who cares? All right, so Ben, why are we fucked this
Yeah, why
week?
are we
We're
fucked,
gonna
Ben?
bring it back around.
All right, so I recently started the days of the yellow CD.
Yeah.
The original Half-Life mod 1.3. Before Steam.
Yeah.
And I've always played it casually. I've never tried to get good at it, but now I'm actually really trying to get my shit down. I've got the gaming computer I've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
But
Sick rig.
yeah. But as I'm getting into it, I've been playing ranked matches.
Yeah.
I want to test myself. That's what it's all about, really. Is testing your skill and trying to climb the ladder. And for the most part, it's been a pretty positive experience. For the most part, people just people call like they're supposed to. People do study this. People do
Yeah.
Sink their lives into it.
sink their lives into it. Sure.
Yeah,
but
play it like there's a point and it's not just a casual thing to do.
Well, yeah, and not even in a bad way. Just the other day I was matched up with a team that we lost, but they were all cool with it. Generally a very positive experience. But then every once in a while you run into the people, and this is not exclusive to competitive play. This happens in casual play too.
Yeah. Oh,
Counter-Strike. The kind of people who, and it's not exclusive to Counter-Strike either, which is my point. The kind of people who blame the team for everything, who will completely give up if their team starts losing.
Yeah.
And I blame this mostly on the prevalence of esports today.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Compared to the early 2000s when Command and Conquer and the original Counter-Strike, a little bit of Quake in there too. Were kind of the big esports.
I'm taking this belt off.
Things. Counter-Strike, of course, as well, a big one. This esports kind of culture where if your self-worth is based solely on your rank, on the medal next to your name, then you're more prone to this horrible childish behavior.
Well, how else are people supposed to know that your life has value unless you have that little star thing?
I know, right?
It's pretty important.
But why we're fucked is people don't know how to lose anymore.
Yeah.
Now,
hey, dude, now before we get too far down this route, we are really bad at losing.
All three of us are.
We are bad losers.
All three of us are totally guilty of
I want to make sure we're including ourselves in this shit.
Sure.
Because we are real fucking bad at losing.
Sure, but I want to include the caveat that no one likes losing. Losing isn't fun.
Right.
You can have fun in spite of losing, not because of losing.
Yeah.
But there's a right and a wrong way to handle it. If you get down over it, if you get frustrated about losing, that's one thing. That's natural.
Yeah.
If you blame everyone around you,
yeah.
If you don't look at your own mistakes,
when you're the 13-year-old kid screaming at your teammates to
yeah.
Why didn't everyone coordinate around me to make me look great?
I'm the sniper. You're supposed to protect me.
I'm the whole point.
Yeah. it's that kind of
bullshit.
I feel like especially in team-based games, League of Legends is real bad for it.
The worst. I'm so done. I quit playing League when Donkey quit playing League.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, me too.
That. Yeah.
Ranked Overwatch, I've heard. I haven't played Overwatch ranked because I'm not that good at Overwatch.
I've never had a bad ranked experience over.
Really?
Never.
I've never played ranked.
Well, it might be different on PC then, or are you playing on PC?
I've been playing. Well, you know what? I've been playing on Xbox. So
yeah. It might be different on PC. I don't know, but it's this culture of in spite of it being a team-based game, if you're going into solo queue, you're looking for some individual glory, and if you don't get that, there's some cognitive dissonance that comes out of it.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I'm happy to say again that for the most part, my experience in CS:GO has been pretty good.
Yeah, good game.
Even the people who are clearly distressed about losing respond well to. We'll get it this round.
Yeah.
We got this. They'll keep calling out enemy positions and things like that. But I feel like there's got to be more of an effort, community wide in a lot of these games to reinforce the point that
it's a game.
At the end of the day, it's a game.
Right.
That's the problem. To so many people, it isn't.
If you want the randomness taken out of the equation, make 4 friends and queue up together.
Right. Exactly.
If you want that, that's the risk you take when you go into solo queue. You could get some guy with 400 ping who's a week into Counter-Strike and has never played before, and I always go to this example, you never know what's going on the other end of the monitor. And and you can say that however many times you want, but not everyone gets it, I feel like.
Yeah.
But
I remember some of the incredibly awful and toxic people we played in the league.
God, yeah.
They're so bad.
I was in a guild in WoW, back when I still played in college. and we had this hunter who, when he was on his game, he would top the DPS charts.
Yeah.
Easily. He was a fantastic player. But
what exactly is DPS again?
Damage per second, the main damage dealers in a raid.
Oh, okay.
You got the tanks that hold the boss's aggro, the healers that support everyone, and the damage dealers, the DPS. that actually bring the boss down.
Dang old pussy shit.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds like a real statistic.
Darwin pooping, son.
Just pictured squatting Darwin.
Squatting Darwin.
Squatting Darwin.
That sounds like a really weird, perverse sex move.
He sounds like he belongs on our NCAA team.
The squatting Darwin. You go like this while your lover tongues your nutsack.
Give her the old squatting Darwin.
I don't like the phrase "while your lover hugs your nutsack." I just feel like there's a mismatch of terms there.
I frankly don't give a shit whether you love it or not.
The squatting Darwin.
The squatting Darwin.
Give her the old squatting Darwin.
Hey, you know. Hey, give her the squatting Darwin yet?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I never squat a Darwin until the third date. So anyway, so this hunter, every once in a while, he would just stand in the same spot and just auto attack.
Yeah.
You know, DPS in WoW revolves entirely around using your abilities and cycling through all of them. Like, you know, you got to be constantly pressing your number keys.
Yeah.
And so every once in a while, you would just stand there and just like, you know, fire these little dinky arrows for no damage and just stand there and eventually get killed by an attack at some point. Mm-hmm. And so eventually, I was an officer at the time, and I went into officer chat. This hunter at the time was not an officer, and I said, "Can we like bring someone in who's not just gonna like sit there with his thumb up his ass all day?" Yeah. And it was gently explained to me that this guy in real life was a Gulf War veteran with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh, wow.
And once in a while he would kind of zone out and forget what he was doing.
Oh, jeez.
And so, of course, I felt like shit. You know, I felt like complete shit. And so whenever it happened in the future, I would you know, we would talk about it in officer chat and say, you know, we should take a few minutes and wait for him to, you know, get back in the zone and everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, it really, you know, thank God I didn't say anything to him directly. You know, I was really angry at the time. And I could have easily just said something stupid to him, but, you know.
You don't think about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that has stuck with me. You know, you never know what's going on in the other
That's a good point.
end. You know,
you don't really think about that in games
or in
a lot.
life in general. You know?
Yeah.
Like, be kind to everybody you meet. You
Right.
know? Like, unless they're a piece of shit.
Who won't let you get your fucking country ribs?
Right, yeah.
like I used to kind of make fun of the fact that there were like awareness campaigns. Like, I'm aware of autism. I have autism. Yeah. You know, like, but it really does matter because the more people can you know, think of these possibilities when interacting with other people. Right. You know, whether they have a disability or they're victims of abuse or they have PTSD or stuff like that. You know, the more knowledge you have, the easier it is to you know, understand.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So be kind, goddammit.
Yeah, just be nice.
Be nice.
And more to the point, why we're fucked. People are taking games way too seriously. Is my ultimate point. People take
myself included.
Yeah, people take their rank in video games way too fucking seriously, and you need to stop. You're not gonna be an MLG pro. You're gonna finish high school like your mom wants you to.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get an actual job.
Right.
Right. When that game you're playing stops being popular, you're up shit creek without a paddle.
Right.
Play it to challenge yourself, improve yourself, improve your skill.
Yeah.
And don't worry about the losses.
It's just a game. You're playing to have fun. Have fun.
It's only a game.
It's only a
Why
game.
you have to be made?
That's a good one. That's good advice.
Dave.
Oh, God.
Why are we fucked?
You know what? Honestly, I've been sitting here struggling to think of a single reason that I'm fucked. Or that we're fucked. But I think the closest I can come to, like, it's been such a relatively bland week.
It's been a bland week. Now I'm
doing the show.
But wait!
Yeah, we never have anything after wait.
No, this is
terrible.
That's it. Neither the Beatles. There's no other part to that song.
Yeah, that's right.
But wait!
But wait! The but wait is
That's
you have to get to that at least.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So basically, just to not to be too melodramatic about it, but I feel like this week for me, a lot of it I just spent for me. Just maybe it's me, but for me,
Even for me, for my
just
opinion.
for me and my my me.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I spent a lot of this week just not having a lot of motivation.
Yeah.
And just kind of just wanting to sleep a lot.
Buddy, I spent a lot of the past 10 years not having a lot of
I know. And it's like everyone knows that, feeling every now and then of just wanting to lay around in bed. But I spent a lot of this last week just wanting to do nothing. And last night, and the night before too, maybe, I think for a couple of nights, I've just been watching Gordon Ramsay shows on Daily Motion. Yeah. So
It's rotten!
It's rotten! So I guess if we're fucked at all, if I'm fucked for any reason, it's that shit that stupid has so much appeal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out why I can watch a show where every single episode is the same
thing.
with different people.
Yeah.
They're all the same. It starts out and this is this in.
It's raw! It's raw! It's raw! Get the fuck out of my kitchen!
It starts off the same every time. So I'm watching Hotel Hell right now.
Yeah.
Right? And look at this inn. It's got so much history in this nice part of town. But this family is really fucking it up. Look how dirty it is.
Yeah.
And look how the foods are all bad. My favorite, by the way, part of Hotel Hell, I fucking love it. Have you guys watched a single episode of the show?
No.
I gotta tell you about this. My favorite thing. It's like Gordon Ramsay, right? Among all the other things he does. Okay, so you can picture like Kitchen Nightmares. They go in, the food's bad, they all argue and squabble, and then they start to change their ways,
Right,
and then everyone's happy, right? My favorite fucking part of Hotel Hell is that he gets a whole bunch of guests together, right? And the guests all bitch at the owners about what they didn't like, and my room wasn't very whatever.
Yeah.
But then he puts glasses on all of them and turns out the lights and just shows them all the jizz stains all over the bed.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's got a black light and people are going, oh my God. And then like one woman will be standing there, he's going, you're stepping in it. And she goes, like that. And recoils. It's every single time he shows him a bunch of jizz all over the pillows and blankets and shit. At one point, he doesn't even say it's semen. He says, "You know what that is? Yes, it starts with an S." It's like he wants to say semen, but
he gets to say semen.
Yeah, right.
It's sriracha. It's somebody squirted an entire bottle of sriracha.
It's shit. It's a bunch of shit.
It's a bunch of
hot
shit. It's a big, hot,
big, wet,
steamy shit all over the carpet. What if Gordon Ramsay, what if he did a show where he just he did a Kitchen Nightmares thing and he just liked everything that everybody did?
Yeah,
wouldn't it be great? I love it.
This French toast is perfect.
I'm going to call my mother and tell her how good it is.
Why did you people call me?
Yeah, like they call him into like Michelin 3-star restaurants, and he just tells everyone how good it is.
Yeah,
that's Anthony Bourdain. Basically.
It's delectable.
But yeah, so I mean, I gotta admit, I really fucking love this show.
Yeah,
I love the format so much so that even though every episode is basically the same, I mean, I watched like 8 of them last night. I watched like 8 episodes of Hotel Hell last night.
It's deeply troubling.
So we're fucked because
it's just because something that dumb can be so appealing, especially to people like me who have bouts of like being real excited and happy, and then just like I don't care about anything.
That's
just
called bipolar disorder. By the way.
Right. I think it's just depression.
Which you just described as bipolar disorder.
Or just bouts of depressive states, right? Or
bipolar disorder.
Bipolar disorder.
Or testicular cancer.
Yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe it's my nuts.
It might be your nuts.
Might be my nuts.
Gotta get your nuts fixed.
I mean, I feel like we're fucked because there are entire teams of people who get paid to make this shit appealing to people that think they're above watching it.
Yeah, right. Well, the thing is, I feel like I'm above watching it, and I'm watching it.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Sure. Like full disclosure, I used to be a huge fan of 16 and Pregnant.
Yeah,
that was my guilty pleasure. I used to watch that show all the time.
Yeah, right.
It's really good.
Well, I'm sure it is. It's high drama shit.
Something about watching somebody else's life get fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what I like. And it's cathartic. I just like watching someone else's life, or like Intervention.
Oh yeah.
I used to smoke a whole bunch of pot and watch Intervention.
My
fuck you, man.
my absolute favorite reality TV guilty pleasure is Scared Straight.
Oh yeah, Scared Straight's
that,
great.
That
What
shit
is Scared Straight?
It's the one where they bring a bunch of kids into prison that are like they're troubled teens and they do drugs and they beat people up and everything.
Oh, there's always that inevitable scene.
They bring them into prison and like the convicts just like yell at them for an hour straight.
They line them up and the convicts come in like. Oh Jesus Christ! Flipping stuff over. What the fuck you doing?
And it turns out he's in there for like tax evasion
Right, yeah.
And he's actually they always. Well, that's the thing.
You want to get your butthole spread open?
Well, that's the thing too. They always bring in the guys who are they're like model prisoners.
Right, exactly.
Because they don't want to bring like a fucking dangerous.
Yeah, you can't bring the scary ones in.
Yeah,
he's gonna bring in the ones who maybe ooh.
Yeah, you bring in the guys that had some that had a couple of years of theater training, but got busted on nothing big.
The guys that get like all the yard time.
Right, exactly. You see this guy? He wants to spread your butt open. Is that what you want? You want your mama to know you got your butt spread open?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I really
That's
like
appropriate for a 16-year-old kid.
I really like Scared Straight because I like seeing shitty kids get their comeuppance.
Me too.
Yeah. Who doesn't love that?
Dude. Cathartic.
Yeah. So I guess, I don't know, my in general, why we're fucked is just that, there's television made specifically There's television.
There you go.
It's made possibly, almost specifically for depressives who just want to lay in bed and, drool on themselves and watch Gordon Ramsay yell at a bunch of people.
Hey,
I guess there's nothing really wrong with that.
No, but there is. there really is.
Right?
There really is. I'm a big fan of I don't like mindless TV.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the TV drama.
Yeah.
I want to be entertained, and I want a good story, and I want good acting, and I want good writing.
Yes.
And whenever I see the Real Housewives of your mom's butt or whatever.
Real Housewives of your mom's butt. Shot on location inside your mom's butt. Just oh god. You see their faces smushing in the outside of her anus. Can't breathe. Just previously on the Real Housewives of your mom's butt. And now we return to the second part of a very special 2-part episode of Real Housewives of your mom's butt.
Oh god! I can't breathe.
It's disgusting. Karen, I know you slept with my husband. Oh, Real Housewives of your mom's butt.
Okay.
That's real weird. Okay.
I think
we did it.
I have one more quick fuck to squeeze in. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Oh, you should be. My bladder's about to explode, but go on.
Yeah,
Really quickly.
You can whiz on the podcast.
No, go ahead.
Really quickly.
By all means.
So my second
Please
one was fucked
continue.
because I gotta
Go on.
No, please.
If you can piss on the podcast. It's fine.
No, please, go ahead.
No.
Actually, we should just record you pissing.
No, please continue.
I'm on the flight, and it's when I'm heading home. Basically, I'm on the flight on the way home, and I'm playing my Nintendo Switch, and I'm playing Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, I'm trying to get the full 3 stars trophies for each thing.
Yeah, for each cup or whatever.
So the 2 flights I had 2 flights on the way to get home.
Yeah.
One was from Connecticut to Baltimore, which, if you ever looked at a globe, takes a grand total of 50 minutes of flight time.
Yeah.
The other was from Baltimore to Pittsburgh, which is 40 minutes of flight time.
Okay.
So I was on this flight, and the other thing is I stayed on the plane, right? So I stayed on the plane. I had the same flight crew the whole time.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
But we're flying Southwest, and they do the complimentary drink service thing.
God,
but the flight is so short that it doesn't really make sense because we're only in the air for a little bit of time. and I'm playing my Nintendo Switch, and I'm trying to race.
Yeah.
And they're coming through, and they're taking drink orders, and I'm not. I have headphones in. The international symbol for "leave me the fuck alone."
Right.
So, and I'm racing, and this guy like. I feel somebody's presence over top
Flight
of me.
attendant Pete.
And I'm just like, I'm in the middle of a race. I'm in first place, and I'm like,
no.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, maybe he'll just go away. And he's like, still there. And then I feel like a hand on my shoulder, and I looked up, and the guy's like, do you want something to drink? No. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, and then I look down, and I got red shelled. I'm in third place. So I'm like, fuck. And I came in second place on the race. And I'm like, fuck, okay, whatever. So,
I mean, to be fair, it's Mario Kart. Some shit always happens.
oh, for sure. But I was in the zone, and he like distracted me for a second, and that fucked me up enough that I lost. You know what I mean? So like the second flight back, same flight crew, they come back through again, and I'm racing again. I had to redo that cut because I didn't restart, and the same fucking guy comes back to me. And he does the same thing. I'm like, I'm in the middle of the race. I have headphones in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he does the same thing again. And I drove off the side of the map. Yeah. But he's like, do you want a drink? And I'm like, no.
I just told you I don't want to drink.
I said it like I had to have said it louder because I had headphones on. And I'm like, no. And he was like, oh, he gave me this like shitty look. Yeah, like, so we're
fucked. You yelled no in a quiet plane.
Right. No, like leave me the fuck alone. You see, I'm in the middle of something. I have headphones in. I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, right.
So we're fucked because they make you. They send drink service carts through for a 40-minute flight, and that's just asinine.
What's the point?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like by the time they take everybody's drink order and put the carts through, they have to start picking up trash as they're still unloading drinks.
Yeah.
Like what's the fucking point?
Like by the time I get up, take a piss, and come back, we'll be in Pittsburgh, and I can get tanked there.
Right. Exactly.
Right. And not spend $8 for a 12-ounce can of beer.
So we're fucked because that's not necessary. Fuck you, Southwest. I always sit in the seats. I always get the preferred check-in. I sit in the seats with lots of legroom. Yeah. And if that plane goes down, I'm not helping anybody. Fuck you, people.
Yeah.
I'm going to be pushing old people out of the way. And just like, fuck you,
me first.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're fucked.
Yeah.
I guess we went. Like I said, this is gonna be a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's a long episode, but buckle in for this.
We'll be back with Smurfin and Durfin.
Oh yeah, Smurfin and Durfin.
Oh,
Smurlin and Gorsuch.
Standard and definition.
Everybody, welcome back.
Welcome back to the Three Dude Cast, brought to you by Saks Underwear with the patented ballpark pouch.
Saks Underwear. Shove your fucking balls in my underwear, you fucking animal.
It's like having your balls cuddled gently by a teddy bear.
Just like a little half a pita bread.
Yeah.
A little pita pocket, except instead of like something delicious like hummus or something, it's got your balls in it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta dunk your balls in a little hummus pocket.
Yeah, just
or something
stuff
like
your
that.
balls right in there.
Or whatever, you know.
Order right now. Saks Underwear.
Saks Underwear.
The real, actual sponsor of this show.
Truly. Not made up.
Totally not just laughing at ballpark pouch.
That's a real product.
That's amazing, isn't it?
To house your ballpark Frank.
I almost bought a pair just for the ballpark.
Speaking of hummus, reminds me of a joke. What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
I love this joke.
I wouldn't pay $10 to have a garbanzo bean on my face.
I fucking love that joke. Oh, that always makes me happy. You ever heard that one?
Yeah, that's good.
It's good.
Oh, God. Okay, we have a topic this week.
But first...
But before we get to that, we're going to get into what we're schmorpin' and dorpin'. And we're going to start with me.
Yeah.
I am schmorpin'. I don't know what this is. This is a cigar.
A big fat one.
It's a fat,
A nice big fat one.
Nickel for every time someone's told me that. No, it's a cigar called The Time Flies by cigar company Foundry.
Foundry. I'm looking at this wrap here.
Yeah, it's got a little skull on it.
Ooh, it's kind of it's a little spooky.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like a stormtrooper.
Makes the time flies thing sound a little more menacing.
Wow, this has inspirational shit written on the wrapper.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like this blue wrapper with a little white skull.
It says, leave a mark, start something, call your mother, finish something, help a friend, make a statement, and set a goal. And there's more, actually. Impress yourself, raise some eyebrows, challenge the world, exceed expectations, just go, seize the day, and expect the unexpected.
Seize the day. Yeah, it's not bad.
This is what happens when a fortune cookie company makes cigars. Then.
I just started it, so I'll get back to you on how good this is. But it's not bad so far.
Looks nice.
It's very peppery.
And it's dark wrap.
Yeah, it's nice and dark.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I have the hiccups. I'm sorry. I want to keep going.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But I have oh, God.
Oh, shit. You have the hiccups.
I've derailed the podcast completely.
Oh, wow. You alright there, bud?
Okay, I'm drinking.
Gee, Donald,
yeah, let's
you
not-
sure don't sound good.
Let's see. So since we're all dorping the same thing, maybe we should raise a glass. And,
Yeah.
We're drinking Dave Dragowski's own Ham's Boston Brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my beer.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I just...
So the hiccups. You gotta tell me if it's any good.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. It's quite delicious.
Oh my god. That's a good
God.
reaction.
It's very good.
Yeah?
It'd be even better
The
if I could breathe.
oh my god, the hiccups. That's so bad.
Oh, God, it is very good. Oh, my God.
The special,
Yeah.
all this is a regular lager with.
A lag.
I've never made a lager before. I think it came out good, and it's got about a pound of honey in it too.
Nice. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's
honey for the bees.
For the bees. Honey for the bees.
honey for the bees.
I think the honey is a real good finish for a lager to have. It's very light and smooth like a lager should
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, I think it's got a good crisp taste to it.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, actually. And I'm going to drink copious amounts of it while I try and get rid of these hiccups.
Got about 4.5 gallons to kill, so get started.
Good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hold
buddy.
on. Let me get rid of these hiccups before we continue.
Oh my god.
Bum, bum, bum,
Holding his
bum,
breath.
bum, bum,
He's
bum,
he's looking at the microphone.
Not
really sure. Alright, shirt's coming up. Got that belly. Yep. Just rubbing his titties. Doing a little. He looks really happy actually. His head's tilted up. And he's flicking his tongue around a lot. And gosh, this sure is uncomfortable. Now he's putting the shirt back down.
All right, I think I'm okay. Let's not.
That was really weird.
I'm sorry. I really I didn't mean to put the whole show on hold there, but
Yeah. You gotta get rid of hiccups.
I
when they
really
start.
needed to get rid of those hiccups. That was bad.
I actually I almost wish you'd have kept them around. It would make an interesting show.
Well, they might be coming back. I'll let you know in a minute.
Yeah, who can say?
Ben, what are you smoking there?
Yeah, we're smoking.
I'm smoking. I liked the Macanudo so much last time that I got it again.
Good.
Nice.
It's a good solid smoke. I've managed to light it in a pretty even way this time. So
It's
I
burning
don't,
real nice and even around the
yeah,
outside.
don't have any canoeing. I'm getting better. I struck the match in one try this
Yeah,
time
there you
too, and didn't snap it in half like I usually do. And I'm drinking again the Ham's Boston Brew in lager. You get it? You got the pun brew.
Everyone get it?
Yeah.
Everyone picking up what we're putting down?
Yeah. And I'm also drinking Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Classic.
A time-honored classic.
You know, that stuff, when it came around, I was skeptical, but it really is a fantastic alcoholic root beer. And not all of them are. I don't know if you've had the Coney Island one, but I did not care for it.
No, you know what? I wasn't a big fan of the ginger ale one.
Oh, really? What,
Yeah.
the Not Your Father's ginger ale?
Yeah.
You know, I think we tried
It's
it.
all right.
It's okay.
It was okay. It's not quite the same as
The first time I had the root beer, I actually put ice cream in it and made an alcoholic root beer.
Oh yeah.
Because you got to. Like,
You gotta
why
try.
not?
You gotta try it with Bailey's
Ooh,
sometime.
that reminds me, we
yeah.
still have ice cream upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Unopened
yeah.
container of Hershey's
Oh, fuck.
vanilla ice
all
cream.
all the talk about how we ate too much spaghetti earlier gone out the window.
No, yeah, it only took about...
Yep.
Well, let's see. How long have we been talking here?
About 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's about how long it takes to go from, oh my god, I'm so full I can't stand it, to, we should have some ice cream.
So, Dave, what are you smoking there?
Pretty standard. Mine's always boring. My Marlboro Edge cigarettes that I love so much, and drinking.
Just like a quick survey. Can we take this out for the listeners?
Yeah.
Anybody smoking yet? We got any new smokers because of this podcast?
You guys smoking?
Sponsor us, Marlboro.
Yeah, are you gonna be one of the cool kids?
No, I know we said all that shit about big corporations with Walmart, but please, Marlboro, pick us up.
Please, we're so desperate.
Please.
We'll do anything.
I want that duffel bag. You remember the Marlboro points? I was so fucking salty. Because when I was from the age of like 15 to 18, I collected all my cigarette packs to turn them in for Marlboro points.
Right.
Like I was ready to, go through them. And then like shortly before I turned 18, they got rid of Marlboro points.
Yeah, right.
I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Because I had a trash bag full of cigarette packs. That I was ready to turn in. I wanted the boat.
You can get a boat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. They had boats and shit.
How many packs of cigarettes do you have to smoke to get a boat?
I don't know, but I definitely had enough for the leather jacket.
Oh, my
which was like, come on. Like, even if you don't smoke, don't act like you don't want that Marlboro leather jacket.
Yeah, right.
It's the shit.
Well, I might have cancer, but at least I got this fucking sweet jacket.
Yeah, right.
It's smoking. It's cancer country.
Just pictured a terribly ill man in his leather jacket going, but I got the jacket.
In this hospital bed, just with an oxygen.
Put that thing on his neck. I got the jacket.
I almost had enough for the boat.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's a bunch of dark
That's
thoughts.
really, really dark.
That's a lot of really bad thoughts string together. All right, I guess
maybe it's time to shift
maybe we
gears.
should move on to the topic here.
I'm gonna drink so much of this.
This
beer.
is really good, yeah, dude. And my hiccups are gone, so I can enjoy it. The topic of the week, since I'm coming off of my long-term trip, which was not really a vacation trip, it was a work trip.
Right.
For me and my team, our department is changing at my job. So we were learning a bunch of new things about that, and it was a good bonding time because there's nothing better than a bunch of dudes at a casino.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Except for a bunch of dudes around a bar.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yes.
It might be superior.
So in the same vein, the topic this week is going to be bonding. I want to know about your best bonding experiences, be they with the family or with friends.
That's nice.
Or like maybe if you want to get really dark, we could do a lack of a bonding experience. Breaking new barriers.
How it has turned.
But yeah, I figured that was a good comeback topic to get on.
Bonding stories.
Case in point, this podcast is a really great example of
Totally.
a bonding thing for me.
For the last couple of years, we've been doing a show in a couple of forms, and I really think it has made us better friends. To the point, to the extent that when we didn't get together for 2 Tuesdays in a row, it was weird.
It was really weird. It doesn't and whether or not we were producing content on any level, we were still hanging out every Tuesday,
right?
Which is something that you just got to get together with your buddies routinely, whether it's like once a month or we're fortunate enough we get once a week we can hang out.
How many people really get to do a regular weekly thing with their friends?
Right.
I mean, I think most people probably that stuff fizzles out.
Sure, it's really worth it to do that. I mean, it has it's definitely improved our friendship. And,
I mean, I know so much more about you guys.
Sure.
Especially the really gross, dirty shit.
Yeah, all of it.
It has. It's made us all closer friends.
No, I mean it's a big. I pushed really hard for it because I wanted something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like at the onset when we were doing the YouTube show, I wanted to do something. I found myself most of the time, and still do a lot of the time, sitting at home bored.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like when everybody else is busy and it's just me by myself, I'm like. This is fucking painful. So like when you talk about turning Tuesday, the worst of days, into the best of days.
Yeah.
Like that's what we did.
Which is something we haven't talked about too much on this podcast, but Tuesday is certainly, objectively, by itself, the worst day of the week. Because it's not like there's there's no excitement of something new starting because Monday is clear past. You're not even far enough into the week to feel like you're making it. You're heading towards the weekend.
Right.
It's just not great.
You start on Saturday and you're like, it's party time, right?
Yeah.
It's weekend off. You start on Sunday, you go to church and do whatever the fuck it is you do.
Right,
You know what I mean?
is.
You take a nap on Sunday, you prepare for Monday. You get back to work Monday, you're still numb from Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. And then Tuesday.
And then you get to Tuesday.
The hangover of the emotional hangover
You're right.
of the week.
Oh, God. Because the weekend is nowhere in sight. You've already forgotten about your previous weekend.
Yeah.
There's nothing good that happens on Tuesday.
Tuesday's the day that it feels like the weekend doesn't exist.
I mean, even Wednesday is hump day. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, well, I'm halfway through the week, heading over. Thursday's the night your girlfriend lets you touch her vagina. So there's always that.
Every Thursday.
Okay, but only for a second. And then Fridays.
Thursday's the night we usually make love.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So and then Friday's back to the weekend. But Tuesday sucks.
Yeah.
Tuesday is like the worst day. There's nothing good about it. And I always have Tuesdays off. I made it a set point at my job to make sure that I consistently have Tuesdays off.
Yeah.
And somehow I have been allowed to keep that.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday. Usually my 2 days off.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be on a set schedule, so I'll have Tuesday, Wednesday off. So Tuesdays are going to be even better because I can drink more beer.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, no,
Feel
it's
free
been
to get like blackout drunk on Tuesdays.
Schwasty faced it.
Maybe pull another Blacktooth Grin night.
Yeah, do the black tooth grin.
Like the night we did our last episode.
Yeah, woo.
Man, you were toasty.
It's a hell of a thing.
That was a hell of a night.
I stayed the night. I stayed the night.
Yeah.
For black tooth
It's been a
grin.
while
night.
since you did. I think the last time we stayed the night was New Year's.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sufficiently toasted. I drank an obnoxious amount of whiskey. I mean, it was not good.
Oh, it was really funny.
Like, usually I know my line, but once I made the commitment that's like, fuck it, I'm just going to sleep on the couch if they're okay with it. And I'm like...
I remember you were telling me, you're like, I'm texting my girlfriend and she's telling me not to leave here.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you're staying now.
Yeah.
If she thinks so, you're staying here.
Yeah. So no, it was good. But then it was like, well, now that I know I don't have to sober up, I can just drink as much as I want because there's no repercussions.
Yeah, at this point, there's nothing to stop for.
Right, nothing at all. Like there's no possibility that this is going to make me feel bad in the morning. You know.
Yeah,
but
consequence free.
No, it's aside from the great excuse to drink beer and smoke cigars each week. Can you top me off there, buddy boy?
Top off. Ben, you want to top off?
Yeah.
We are going to drink a whole hell of a lot of this beer.
No, it's
fuck yeah.
It's a good bonding experience. This has been a lot of fun.
Yes.
Over the course of the past, I guess 3 or 4 years now, we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. I think it's been. Gosh, it's been over 2 years, but not 3 yet.
It hasn't?
No, because I've been living here for 2, and we've been doing the show since I lived in my apartment for a year.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check the.
No, you haven't been here for 2 yet.
Well,
it'll be 2 in like
October.
Yeah.
So just about 2.
It's like 2.5 years.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, but I first moved into my apartment in like May, so it's evened out to about 2 years.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe it has been. Shit.
3 years rather.
Might be about 3 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know we started in the winter. I remember we were starting it up in the winter. It was like the November, December-ish time period. And then we had like a little bit of time before we started actually producing stuff and making stuff.
Yeah.
And then we started publishing in February.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now to see where we were at.
This must be so fucking interesting to listen to.
Great for the listeners.
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. February 13th, 2015.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so
that's almost 3 years.
We're coming up on.
We're coming up on 3.
Yeah, we're like about 2.5.
Because we started the recording process in November.
Right. So we're coming.
We're coming up on 3. We're coming up on 3 years.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a consistent bonding experience every week.
I agree.
It's been a lot of fun. You know.
It's been
a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah. No, it's been good. I guess I just want to say thank you guys for making Tuesdays meaningful.
Thanks,
and
buddies.
Give me something to do on my day off every week. You know.
Totes.
It's a lot of fun. You guys have any other good bonding experiences?
I'm trying to think of some.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
I've been kind of racking my brain about it, and I settled on one. There have been a few. You know, I had a not the best childhood, and not because of my family. My family is fucking awesome, but my school life kind of blew.
Yeah. School sucked. School sucks in general.
Yeah, it does.
But in 7th grade, I had this social studies teacher, Mr. K. And he was like the very first teacher. Maybe not the very first teacher, but the first teacher I have a vivid memory of like he got me, like he understood exactly what I was about and what I wanted out of school and everything.
Yeah.
So this is 7th grade. This is middle school. I would have been like 12.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I would have been about 12, and so at the time, like so many other young men of that age, I was super into everything involving Japan.
Yeah.
I was crazy about anime. I was crazy about.
I never had a Japan phase. It's so weird.
Oh, Moshi. Spider-Man Desu.
Yeah, I never had a phase like that, but like almost everybody did.
Sure, you just kind of go, especially with with Asperger's and everything. It's I don't know what it is about Japan and
It's the call of the weeb.
honorable samurai. Yeah, the call of the wereweeb.
Yeah. Oh, it's so weird. That's so funny.
Glorious Sons of Steel. So he knew, we were going over a bunch of different things of world history, and so he knew, and so every week we would have to take notes on his classes, and by the end of the week hand in an outline.
Yeah.
Structured in, the way like this section and then a subsection and then subsections and then like specific notes.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Make it all nice and orderly. And so he pulled me aside the Monday that we started doing the segment on Japan. And he said, if you can turn in to me an outline, I think the minimum for him was like 3 pages you have to take for a week. He said, if you can hand me in an outline that is at least 5 pages long, I will reward you.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I handed in an outline that was at least 7 pages long. Like, that was how extensive and detailed my notes were. And the reward was I got to present the outline the following week in class.
Very cool.
In front of the class.
That's sweet. That was the cool shit about Japan, or some of the boring shit about Japan?
It was the cool shit. It was, all the wars and the emperors and their gods and everything.
Yeah.
All the cool shit.
This is essentially Bill Wirtz's history of Japan, as written by Ben Reese.
It was written by Tiny Slam.
Yeah.
And it went over real well. But that from that moment on, I knew holy shit, Mr. K gets me.
Yeah.
Like he knows what I'm about. He knows what I can do and what I can't and what I'm into and what I'm not, and to the point where he warned me ahead of time that he was doing a lesson on why people have revolutions, as an intro to the American Revolution, and to do that he was going to pretend to tell the class that in a week he was going to be fired. And he warned me ahead of time because he I would not have known otherwise. Yeah. There was no way I would have known. I at that age I couldn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
And so the idea was that he would tell the class he was being canned, and because everyone fucking loved Mr. K, it was amazing.
Yeah.
He still teaches too, I think. But
wait, hold on. Okay, maybe I'm not following this story. He told the class he was being fired? Yeah. Was he?
No, he was not being fired.
It's a little dickish. It's also like getting to attend your own funeral.
But
I don't like it.
The idea was, in retrospect, it was a fairly obvious fake thing because he said, I vote we stage a revolution. What do you guys think?
Right.
Like,
Little Slam would have been like, yes!
We should write a thing of grievances, at that time I hadn't been able to distinguish, when I was being, like that kind of a setup.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't have been able to tell. So he warned me ahead of time that, it's just pretend. I'm not actually being fired.
Mm-hmm. That was very thoughtful of him. Mm-hmm. God, I can only imagine the alternative.
Poor little Slammy. No, Mr. K, no! I just want to learn more about Japan. Mr. K, let's watch Samurai Champloo.
Fuck yeah, Tiny Slam!
Samurai.
Tiny Slam! Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah, Tiny Slam!
Yeah! Tiny Slam!
I have never seen the Samurai Champloo, but I would like to.
Champloo is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I keep hearing.
Shampoo.
Do you hear that in the distance? It's the call of the wild wereweeb.
When the moon is full of...
Tendies!
Shocky milk!
Shocky milk.
Shocky milk.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
No, but yeah, Mr. K was beloved by like all the students and still is. Where I went to high school, and he, for damn good reason. He's a. I keep saying was as though he's like not teaching anymore, not alive or something. He's very much alive and he's very much still teaching.
Wow.
He's a very fine man, and happened to be a Desert Storm veteran, so he didn't put up with any
He didn't fuck around.
he didn't put up with any shit from his students.
No lollygagging.
No lollygagging, but like
screwing around.
Remember,
right?
no lollygagging.
But I remember he took some kid out into the hall one day for like I guess he touched this girl's thigh or something. He saw it and took this kid out in the hallway and was shouting at him for it so loud that we could hear it clear down the hallway,
thus pushing back everyone's sexual development a full year.
Well, no, it was basically like,
What's the matter with you?
If you do that as an adult, you're gonna go to fucking jail.
What's the matter with you? Yeah,
that's true. Kids need to be taught that kind of shit.
Yeah, with a belt
Yeah.
and a dowel rod.
Yeah.
Just right across your fucking little back. I can't wait till I have kids. I'm gonna be the worst dad.
Oh man.
I'm gonna do stupid shit to him, like they're like making a bowl of spaghetti or something at dinner time. I'm just gonna knock the plate out of his hand and then yell at him for dropping it and make him clean it up.
It's gonna be so much fun to
And then when they're
abuse your
done
kids.
cleaning it up, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, do you want to go get some ice cream?" I'm just gonna emotionally abuse my kids.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be horrible.
Oh yeah, my protector is my tormentor. It's great.
I'm gonna take a big length of knotted rope and just beat them over the back. Just make sure you don't tell any of your teachers. Sorry, I'm sorry. That's so awful.
That's really bad.
Dad, why is my sister's name Rose? Well, it's because your mother loves roses.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Oh, no problem, Brad Marchand.
Brad Marchand, Bobby Orr Brady.
David Cross used to do a routine about raising his children Amish.
Did he?
He was going to raise his children Amish, and then they'd be like, "Well, Daddy, how come you can watch TV and we can't, and how come you get to have the lights on and we don't? Well, how come you do?"
Yeah.
And he would say, "Well, because Daddy's not Amish." Yeah. But you are. That's what you believe in, kids.
Oh my God.
It's such a sad image.
Because I can do what I want.
Daddy's not Amish, so I get to do those things. But you believe that's what you believe. You're Amish. Sorry, kids.
Oh.
Anyway.
Child abuse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's super not funny.
Yeah, it took a real wide left turn there.
It's only funny when the Simpsons do it.
So anyway, your 7th grade teacher.
My 7th grade teacher.
He didn't abuse anyone.
Speaking of child abuse, that much of 7th grade. That's not fair.
No.
Yeah, he was probably excited that somebody was there to learn and like super stoked about the material.
Someone was excited.
Oh, yeah.
No kids are excited about that.
You ever ask him out?
That would have been a real good bonding
I don't know why
experience.
you're
Yeah.
I remember for our, when we were learning about the judicial system, we were learning about how courtrooms work, how objections work and whether they're overruled or sustained or whatever.
Yeah.
The example he showed us was he had us all watch A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was the first time I'd ever seen that movie, and it's still one of my favorites.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Fantastic movie. And I haven't seen it yet. I've heard My Cousin Vinny is also a super accurate
It is,
portrayal.
actually, yeah. It's one of the most
lawyers
accurate.
refer to it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's one of the most accurate portrayals of courtroom law on film. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, because they throw a lot of it's a dog and pony show to like get the plot moving, but
Right.
But like My Cousin Vinny actually follows a lot of trial law procedure. Yeah.
Wow.
So oddly enough,
I didn't know that.
Shout out to Joe Pesci who's beating a guy to death somewhere in a Brooklyn subway with a bat.
Yeah.
What did you say about my mother, you prick?
You fucking cocksucker!
The unfortunate,
fucking filthy animal!
the unfortunate reality is probably drinking a wheatgrass smoothie alone.
Yeah, right. Honestly, it's a sad
Bathing in money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's just Pesci with a gold chain around his neck and really short bathing shorts,
like with a ball popping out one side.
You call this a mimosa, Manuela?
What the fuck is this bullshit?
What the fuck am I paying you for?
God, there's no one else like him on planet Earth.
Yeah, no,
he's a weird little gremlin.
He sure is. Don't say that to his face. I would not fuck with Joe Pesci.
I don't want to fuck with Joe Pesci.
That guy bashed somebody's hand apart.
What, in real life he bashed someone's hand
In
apart?
Casino.
That's not the same thing, man.
My point stands. He's probably drinking a wheatgrass smoothie alone with a blanket around him, watching Wheel of Fortune.
And a hooker. a call girl because he's got money.
Sounds like a good Tuesday to me, man.
Yeah.
Apparently, he doesn't really do any acting exactly anymore.
Yeah.
No,
I think
he's
he
been out of the game for a
consulted
while.
with Louis for an episode of his show. Louis C.K. wanted him to be in Horace and Pete.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted him to play the role played by Alan Alda.
Yeah.
And he didn't do it, but he ended up giving him a whole bunch of character notes. He was real nice. He had Louis over. They just hung out in his apartment where
Very
he just
cool.
chills out.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
But apparently he's just a super swell guy. Really nice.
Oh, speaking of bonding moments, man, Louis and fucking Al Pacino. Joe Pesci.
One of those. Yeah.
One of those Italians.
Yeah, one of those.
What makes all the mob movies?
Yeah, one of them guys.
Yeah, it must have been
One of
really
those
cool.
Colucas.
Yeah, you fucking mob guys.
It must be incredibly cool to just hang out with Joe Pesci.
Oh, for sure. Drink a beer with him. I still picture him in the same outfit with the gold chain and the one ball hanging out. Just like, hey, Louis, what's going on there? How you doing, motherfucker?
Even when he's standing, the ball's still popping out.
Oh, what are you doing? Take your fucking shoes off. This is a fucking barn. This is new carpeting here. Yeah, no.
Let me mix you a drink.
Yeah.
Sorry about my stubble. I shave over my mini back.
Ew.
God.
This is gross.
Yeah. No, but you're good for Mr. K. It's
Yeah.
that's
K
good.
sounds great.
It's a good guy.
I had a lot of really good teachers. I can't think of like a bonding moment with a lot of my teachers. So
Right.
it's cool that you had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Teachers are some of the first adults that you start to realize are just people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you get to know them well enough that they're not just authority figures or tall people. They're like people.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Exactly.
And you get to see them mad and frustrated and all that.
Sure.
It's
Yeah,
kinda,
but
you know,
well, I feel like after a certain age that happens. I feel like your first grade teacher is just teach.
Right.
You know,
first grade teacher just directs you in all the things to do.
Right.
And that's about it. But like maybe around 4th or 5th grade, when you see one of them like almost break down and leave the room,
Sure.
because they
Yeah.
just fucking had it,
Yeah.
with the douchebag that sits behind you,
Yeah.
And you go, oh, okay, they're just people. Like,
There's people who've had enough of your bullshit.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They're just very tired, severely underpaid people.
Who have to be passionate about it for some reason.
Yeah, right.
Or they are child abusers, and this is the only way they could get away with it.
Oh, fuck.
Speaking of which, one of my teachers...
Whoa, speaking of which, what?
One of my teachers just got in big shit.
Oh!
Yeah, Mr. Pank!
Jim Pank!
Jim Pank!
I didn't fucking care for him.
Fuck you!
All right, now for context, these guys went to the same school. I didn't.
Right.
We didn't meet until college.
Jim Pank.
I'm gonna spare the story about him that is probably really bad that no one should hear.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk about it after the show.
Okay.
But I didn't care for him. I'll say that.
I didn't... He was an asshole.
Yeah.
He was an arrogant...
not a good guy.
No, not a good guy at all.
Just a bully. He was a bully, right?
He was a bully.
He was a grown bully.
He was a grown bully in a class full of 6th and 7th graders.
Yeah.
And yeah, he...
All the football kids loved him, and everyone with glasses like me was like, I don't trust him.
Yeah, because he was just like that guy, like...
Yeah.
Like, I picture him as like the stereotypical, like...
Yeah.
Abusive, emotionally abusive, like... beer drinking, you're not going to win as many trophies as me in football, father.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that guy, like...
Yeah. You know what? He was like a meathead with a flat top, and he just dragged his knuckles everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't fucking
That's
care
a really
for him.
good description of him.
And you know what? I really hope he hears this too.
Yeah, now fuck you, Jim Pank.
Yeah.
You fucking shitbird.
But the thing that he got, shitbird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, far be it from me to say that that's exactly the person he was, but that's my experience of him.
Yeah, he was.
That's the truth.
Maybe he's a very nice person.
He might be.
But
I really doubt it.
But let's just say,
Yeah.
let's just say that he got in trouble for having a sharpened butcher knife in his desk.
A rusty old butcher knife.
Right? Yeah.
Wait, did he?
Yeah, hold on. There's stories because apparently he did this more than once.
Jesus Christ.
Well, and he didn't use it to. This is when he got promoted to superintendent, right? Correct.
He was the principal.
He was
the principal,
and
of the
he
middle
threatened
school.
staff with it. That
Yes.
it wasn't kids. He threatened staff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. Ooh.
Yeah, you want to do like if you want to pull the tap handle all the way.
I know how to.
That is half foam. That's all right.
It's like a third foam.
This is why I need a real tap handle though. That thing doesn't pull very well.
Yeah. No, but he got in trouble with a rusty butcher knife in his desk.
Yeah, what happened, as I understood it, was that more than once, and it was just the last one that got him, is some teacher would come to him with a concern, or someone would piss him off, or he'd have some conversation with a colleague, and he'd pull out the rusty butcher knife to show to people as like maybe a joke, but also kind of a threat.
Like an overprotective dad polishing his shotgun.
Yes.
Yeah, but like in a way less cute way. like a way less endearing.
Like there's less sentiment behind it. It's not like he's protecting his daughter. Or something. He's just scaring.
He's just like a fat douche with a beer belly who somehow sucked enough corporate dick to get where he needs to go.
Yeah,
and he just feels like he can do what he wants.
The last incident apparently involved the local choir teacher in the middle school who was trying to raise some concerns about some concert coming up, something that she really was concerned about, and he pulled his fucking stupid trick on her, pulled his knife out, was like, blah, 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 and apparently she was freaked the fuck out and made a formal complaint.
Good.
Yeah, awesome, good.
It wasn't the first time, though. It's just, who thinks that's normal?
Who thinks that's a cool thing to do in the workplace? Fuck you, Jim Peg. You're the asshole of the week. Fuck you. I learned nothing in your history class except who the real Jethro Tull was.
His class was like...
Really? That's not a lie. I know that. You know who Jethro Tull was?
No.
He invented the steel plow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm sure he did other stuff, but that's all I remember.
Wait, you mean Jethro Tull's real name is not Jethro Tull?
No, that's his
Jethro
real name.
Tull's real name is Jethro Tull, but the band is not.
Yeah, Ian Anderson is the lead singer of
Jethro Tull's a band?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought Jethro Tull was one dude.
No, Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull is one dude that's not in the band.
Wait, no, hold on.
No,
Jethro Tull invented the steel plow.
The musical Jethro Tull, I thought, was one person.
It is, but with a collection of studio musicians. But his name isn't Jethro Tull. His name is Ian Anderson.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, Jethro Tull is the name of the collective group, kind of like P-Funk.
Yeah.
Or
Right, bringing it back.
bringing
Bringing it back to P-Funk, baby.
Woo!
Or Steely Dan. Steely Dan is that one.
Steely Dan
individual.
is a vibrator.
Yeah. Steely Dan is
true?
a vibrating anal plug.
Isn't that what Steely Dan is?
Steely Dan was the guy who played chess in the 20s.
I'm pretty sure Steely Dan is also a vibrator.
Well, okay, let's not
Google it.
Yeah,
Go ahead and Google it, because
yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no. Check it. Look that up, people,
Yeah.
and then buy one and let us know how it feels.
Yeah, rate it 1 to 10.
And then go ahead and listen to Aja.
Yeah, great album.
But yeah, didn't care for this
Yeah.
guy when I was in this class. I think it was basically just the class they put the guy in that had to coach but couldn't teach. And now I don't know. I didn't care for him, so I'm not that bummed out.
He was a real prick.
Yeah.
Of all the teachers, bringing it back to the topic, of all the teachers I had, he's in the bottom 3 for bonding.
Yeah.
I just did not like that guy.
Yeah.
I remember Chris Kachira. Do you remember Chris Kachira?
I do.
I was in his class with Chris Kachira, and we just like, thank God, because I would have been like this scary, like just afraid of him.
Yeah, right.
And, like we were just like, yeah, fuck this guy.
He treated everyone like they were a fucking idiot.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He was the kind of guy that carried himself like that.
So we just insulted him the entire, like we just like he was just an idiot, and like
He looks like Spam on legs.
just a big block of spam with a buzz cut. like the stereotypical.
He looks like if Duke Nukem fell into a bunch of Spam and they couldn't get it all off.
This is reminding me very much of a character from a banned Ren and Stimpy cartoon. His name is George
Liquor.
American.
Yeah, George Liquor.
George Liquor.
It's discipline that begets love. I fucking love George Liquor.
Oh, George Liquor is the best. That's gonna be my new Steam name for a while now. That I'm thinking
Liquor.
about it.
Find a picture of
You gotta get that picture of the giant chin where he does that. Have you ever seen George Liquor? Yeah.
I'm George Liquor, American.
George Liquor is just with a gigantic chin biting his own lower lip.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of it. It's like my favorite.
Dave, do you happen to have any bonding moments?
Gosh, I'm not coming up with anything.
Oh my God,
I feel like I'm like 0 for 2 today.
you are just.
I'll tell you one. Because now we're thinking about middle school. I totally remembered something just now. This was actually really cool. This
Bonding moment?
Yes, this might make for a good story.
All right.
So when I was in middle school, I was in the gifted English classes. One of the advantages of that was that they set us up with a mentor at some point, which was really cool. If there was like a field you wanted to be in or something you thought was cool, they would try to find you someone who did it, and you get to spend some time with them on the job. I loved it. And I was really into computers at the time.
Sure.
Right? And there was this guy that used to come around the school and do the computer stuff at school. His name was Jim Ventresco.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
He's probably still out there. He was the IT guy for the whole school. And actually, maybe he got promoted or moved elsewhere. I can't remember what I had heard had happened to him. But he was basically the IT guy for the entire district. And the guy was really cool. But before I got him set up with him as my mentor, I already knew about him because he would just come around and fix things.
Yeah, I remember him.
Good buddy Mike Donzella, if you're listening to this, how's it going, Donzi? He and I referred to him as Clean Cut Man.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this was Mike's idea because he always had the best nicknames and ideas.
Yeah.
He called him Clean Cut Man, and then like as a subtitle in quotes, he came along.
What?
Like because he would just come along. Yeah. You never knew when you were going to see Jim Ventresco, but he just kind of came along. He was just a clean-cut guy who came along. Really weird middle schoolers.
Yeah.
But so I got set up with him for an internship.
Cool.
Which I thought was the coolest fucking thing. And this was probably my first experience of like getting to like feel kind of like an adult and hang out with an adult and like get a sense of what a career in computers would be.
Yeah.
So I remember a couple of times, they would set up these things where, he would come and pick me up and we'd go to different schools and we'd look at different computer problems and things, whatever things were happening. We went to different schools around the district, and I didn't understand any of what we were doing.
Yeah.
I really didn't. Like I wasn't, I was in middle school, so I was entitled not to know jack shit.
Sure.
but I just thought computers were fun.
Yeah.
And I remember he took me over to the high school this is like 7th grade. So this is way before I
You were
would
like with the big dogs.
Yeah, right. I was, I was,
you with the
I
big
was a
dogs?
small pup. I was hanging with the big dogs.
Now this would have been like when everything ran Win98. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because that's when
long before XP.
Gotta hang out with the big dogs.
That's when I started really getting into computers. Is when I got my first taste of Win98.
Yeah.
And like Mac OS 7.
Yeah. I mean, back then too, a lot of the computers, the vast majority of the computers that I had any experience with, were either like old DOS machines like you had in the library, or they were like Apple machines like they got in the elementary school for us to learn Mario teaches typing.
Right.
Yeah, simple text.
Yeah.
Type shit into simple text and make it speak and see how long it takes for the teacher to figure out which one of your computers said fuck.
Yeah.
Right. So this was, that was like 2 years before I should have been in a high school for any reason. And I remember being like kind of scared, but also thinking it was really cool. And I remember he showed me a video game that I'd never seen before, and the name is actually going to escape me. I can't believe it. But it was a game built around RC cars, right? Sort of. That you had to program the logic of the vehicles. Do you know what this is?
I know what this is.
I can't remember what it's
see
called.
it in my head.
Yes.
I can see it in my head.
The coolest fucking thing about this is you set up your car, you put components on it, you put like wheels on it, you put sensors on it that look this way or that, you put little weapon systems on them, and then you had to wire if-then switches for everything. So you drag a little thing from the left sensor to the steering wheel, and you say if it trips on, then steer the car to the right because it's sensing a wall on your left.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then stop steering, And you set up all these little rules, and the goal was just to build an autonomous little racer that also would, attack other racers. And I thought this was about the coolest fucking thing I ever saw in my entire life. He gave me a pirate copy of it.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So cool. Yeah, so I got like a burned CD-ROM of this game. And I think that was mostly what I did for an entire year was play that game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so incredibly cool. If I can't remember the name of it, if anyone thinks of the name of it that is listening to this, please send a comment and tell me what it was called, because I want to play it again.
We'll give you beer.
Yeah, I'll give you beer. I'll bring you some beer.
I'll bring you some beer.
Please help me.
We will fly wherever you are in the world and bring you beer. We will smuggle alcohol internationally.
I will set it at your feet, and then I will bow the lowest bow anyone has ever bowed.
I will flash you, and then I will make out with the nearest human being for your enjoyment. Please.
But yeah, so this was...
I remember this game.
This game was cool, and this guy was cool.
Yeah.
He was just like, he was just a really good mentor.
Yeah.
And he, I remember thinking that he was like the coolest adult I ever knew.
Aw.
Yeah. It was really, really nice. Clean Cut Man.
Clean cut man.
He came along.
He came along.
And he changed my life.
Yeah.
He came along,
Changed
my life.
So, did you go out on a date with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
We went on a couple of dates.
How was it?
It was all right.
Did he pay?
Very aggressive kisser.
Is it? Did he? Well, I mean,
Those
like
programmers, man, they just fucking...
Yeah, it's
just aggressive up top. Did he get handsy?
He got a little handsy.
Did he?
I kind of smatted his hands away a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, you got to keep the
Yeah, a little
You
cat
got to
and
keep
mouse.
the mystery up.
Play a little hard to get.
Gotta play a little hard to get.
Hey, like
Sometimes
come on,
you-
like I'm 13 years old. You think I'm just gonna give it up?
No, you're pure. You're pure. You got. You got to protect it.
Sorry, that's not cool. That's not cool. I didn't mean it.
No. Of course you gave it up. I don't want anybody to think that. Of course you gave it up.
Come on. What am I, terrible?
No, you got to let him. I mean, he took you out for a drink.
Yeah, right.
He gave you a pirate copy of that CD. Of course you let him make time with you.
He got me the crab legs.
Of course. He got you a pirate copy of that RC game?
This is weird.
You gotta let him do it.
He was incredibly cool. I hope he never hears this now.
Shout out to that guy.
He was
Mr. Van Tresco.
super cool
He
mentor.
came along.
God, I hope he never ever hears that. Jesus H. Christ.
Oh,
But
man.
he was an incredibly cool guy, and I don't know if he even realizes how much that meant to me.
Aw.
But it was for me. It felt like an in.
For me,
Just like for me
personally,
I don't know, but like for me,
as somebody who likes pirate video games, I just think for me,
as somebody who blank is always a terrible way to start
Yeah.
something. If you ask
Yeah.
me, I'm so tired of hearing what you are before what you
Right.
think.
as a fat white guy who jerks off at least twice a day.
I expect this man to have some pretty important insights about
Yeah.
memes.
As a mother,
Yeah, right.
As a mother, for me,
I just get so tired of hearing
as a mother, I think
you have no idea unless you have kids of your own.
It's just
have no
like,
idea.
you have pants, but it doesn't even compare.
if I want to tattoo my baby, that's my right. As a mother, I think that's my right.
As a mother,
Okay, we got a down cigar. Down cigar. No, back up, dog. Don't eat it.
no, eat it.
That's all right. Don't eat. Woo. You all right?
I just think for me, when I draw my cigars,
I mean, just like me for me.
for me,
Just like me for me.
as a single mother.
No, I really am tired of hearing what you
Yeah.
are before what you think.
I don't care
Yeah.
what you are.
Just like,
I don't want to know your name. All I want,
Is bang, bang, bang.
You can
Yeah.
take that to the bank.
bang bang.
I don't care who you
Bang,
are,
bang, bang.
where you're from, or what you did,
As
as
long
long
as you love me.
as you bone me.
That's sweet. That's real cute.
So, I mean, do we have any other? Oh God,
Yeah.
Morty.
anybody else have any other bonding moments?
Oh man, I'm sure there's lots. I mean,
I guess I should talk about my work trip.
yeah.
Yeah.
You bond with the fellas.
Got to bond with the fellows. My boss and my coworker Tyler, who subscribed to the podcast over the.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so
welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know if he's listening or not, but welcome. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really fun for us, and like the first trip, it was mind numbing, but as far as having fun, we went out and got dinner every night. Tyler and I sat at the blackjack tables and gambled, and Tyler won and I didn't. But you know what I mean? Like we had like this, and we learned a lot about each other. You know what I mean? Like we sat down, we shot the shit every night. There was a hot tub down at it was a resort. They sent us to a resort casino that was like,
Yeah.
literally, I'm not joking you, 3 miles long. It was a 3-mile stretch of buildings.
Jesus
And
Christ.
several casinos and several hotels and several shops and several restaurants. It was like actually a 3-mile stretch in the middle of the goddamn forest in Connecticut.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we got cigars and sat out in the hot tub and like smoked the cigars.
Jacked off in front of one another.
Yeah, we like diddle each other's balls a little bit.
That's cool. Did anyone
It was
finger
cool.
you?
Nobody fingered me. I was a
Really?
little disappointed.
That's sad.
Sorely. I did it myself, but it wasn't the same.
Not
you know.
the same.
You know how that is.
Yeah, just in
Well,
the hotel bathtub
Right.
alone.
Yeah.
Slide a finger into your own
You know,
butthole.
like never the same. Not since not like 4th grade. You know,
Showing that complimentary mint way up there in Carlsbad Caverns.
I like the win.
Who calls their anus Carlsbad Caverns anyway?
Carl does.
It's bad caverns.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, that really hit me weird. Please continue. I'm
No,
sorry.
it was a fun little trip. Like we got to I think we broke Dave, guys.
It's like treasure. It's just okay.
Agent Navajo treasure buried way up there in the
That just really surprised
deep
me.
in the sinkholes of New Mexico.
Oh God.
That really surprised me.
It was a fun experience. I learned a lot about my team. It was a good team building exercise. I learned a lot about my buddies who I work with.
You got a lot of synergy going on.
Yeah, did you leverage your distinctive competencies at all?
What? I didn't understand any of that.
synchronicity?
Did you get a boner?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had my computer with me. I'm not.
Key assets leverage into strategic verticals. Any of that? Hmm? You you get.
Did you put your core competencies into her business acumen?
Wow.
Did you?
That's some real high octane business, buddy.
Yeah. I lost $100.
Did you network your dick inside of her?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. This topic is derailed.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to anyone listening. This is like a real shit show.
Oh God! No, we learned a lot about each other. Yeah. We explored each other's bodies.
We tested out various scents and fragrances off of each other.
Tested various testes.
Yeah, we delved deeply into each other's eyes.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and groped each other's deeply.
And then stuffed butts.
Then, of course, we stuffed butts.
I missed you, man. Holy shit, did I miss this?
No, it was fun. I'm just saying it was fun.
And not at all gay.
Yeah, it was totally not gay. I know what you guys were thinking, but it was not gay. It was...
It's just one man ejaculating inside of another man's large intestine. There's nothing gay about that. That's just biology. That's just the natural order of things.
It's not gay. It's totally not gay.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Oh my God.
No, there's just nothing wrong.
This must be horrible to listen to. This must be horrible to listen to.
We got dinner every night, and after dinner we looked at the stars on the balcony and talked to each other's buttholes. Nothing weird. I held a set of nutsack in my hand like an ice cream cone, and I switched to tell
Okay, this is bad. This is stupid. This is so stupid. God, am I sorry. Oh, fuck. This isn't even that funny.
I had fun. I had fun with the guys I work with, and I bought a new pair of Air Jordans. the end. Okay.
You know what?
Okay,
saying all that, even that sounded kind of.
You went to the casino.
Went to the casino.
You rolled the bones.
I gambled.
Maybe sucked a few more.
Yeah, right.
Got a couple bones in there. I got fondled some dice.
Yeah. A lot of stuff with bones.
That's just business.
I'm a real hard, straight shooter.
That's just how business works.
That's his business. This is business. 1 minute you're learning about refrigerators.
Poker. I barely know her.
Jesus Christ.
1 minute you're learning about refrigerators. The next minute you're chugging each other's assholes in the hot tub.
One man's steamy erotic retreat is another man's business.
Yeah,
seminar.
right. Sure.
Not a big deal.
Exactly. On that note, we'll be back.
I am so sorry. Seriously, that is just embarrassing.
We'll be back. We'll be back in a little bit with the rest of the show.
I'm gonna hang my head in shame.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Gosh, we sure
Welcome
are.
back.
We sure are sorry.
Whoa, man, boy, this sure was an episode.
Yeah, it was.
Oh boy.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah.
It's
This was sorely missed.
Woo, there was a topic, and there was some conversation.
There was clearly some. I think there was clearly some repressed stuff that had to all bubble out this
deep
episode.
Stuff that's been pushed way deep.
Like way
Like
deep.
Stuff that's been pushed deep repeatedly.
Something packed. Like stuff that's packed in, like kind of like one
Stuffed all the way to the back.
like kind of like one packages, confectioners, chocolates.
Yes.
Why? Hold on just a second.
Almost like what's the word? I'm like not taffy.
Not taffy nor toffee.
No,
Nor sweets and gumdrops.
Peanut brittle?
Yeah, close.
that's it.
Warmer. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
it's peanut brittle.
Like packing peanut brittle.
Yeah.
Packing peanut brittle.
That's how.
sure.
That's we're like emotionally. Like we had
just
a bunch
repeatedly packing peanut brittle.
Yeah. Just with dicks.
To completion.
Right, with dicks to completion. To completion. There's nothing funnier than the phrase "to completion."
Yeah.
I was
just tack it on to anything.
I just did it to completion.
Yeah.
I
just drank a tall glass of iced tea to completion. I just walked my dog to completion.
Mowed the lawn to completion.
This has been an episode.
It really has.
And, you know what? I am really happy we're doing this again.
Fucking
I really miss this. Guys, I know the episodes are long, and I'm sorry this one ran
How long
longer.
have we been doing this now?
About an hour and 35 minutes. We're still okay.
It's not that bad.
We're still good.
We're within
Yeah.
typical range.
Yeah, we're okay. It's going to be a little bit longer. Sorry, guys. I know the shows are long, but
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, if anyone has a real problem,
Don't
with
apologize. If they've listened this long, then they're
true.
obviously fans. And
they're
there's
hearing
no
your
need-
apology.
No
Yeah.
need to apologize.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So I guess we might as well dive.
Instead, you're welcome.
Yeah. You're welcome for the highbrow entertainment that
Yeah.
we've covered in tonight's episode.
Really like cutting edge, sharp,
Really
smart, satire.
witty,
Yeah.
clever.
Really turn it a mirror to society and their butts and dicks and balls.
Yeah. Parfaits. That was the word I was looking for. Parfaits. That's the word.
Packing parfaits.
Packing parfaits.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. I'm glad
Parfait packing?
I can go to sleep now, remembering that phrase.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get into recommendations this week.
Yes, I actually have one as well.
You want to go
I don't
first,
need
there,
to
buddy?
go first. I just actually have something.
Okay,
for this
well
segment.
let me go first. I have two this week. I'm going to continue the tradition and recommend another album. I had one story that I wanted to tell that was going to be part of my Why We're Fucked show, but it makes more sense to do it here because this is going to be my recommendation. Before I took my trip, it was like the last day I had work before I had to fly out to Connecticut, like work in Ohio.
Yeah.
I was driving to work and I had the windows down in the morning and I was tired and I guess not paying attention to what I was doing, and I was listening to Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Yeah. You crank it up, and I listen. I like my music loud in the car. I like my music loud everywhere. I always have my music up loud.
Yeah.
And I like when I say loud, I don't mean like vibrate the car behind me loud. You
Right.
obnoxious asshole. I mean like I like it loud in the car.
Fortunately, my speakers don't go that high.
But yeah, I turned my music up loud and I was jamming out. I was listening to Lamb of God and I was pulling up Southern Boulevard in Boardman, and there's that little tiny like evangelical church that's right up on Southern Boulevard.
Oh
there.
wait, the one that's
It's a little shit kicker one that always has like the movie night on the lawn on Mondays or
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm talking
I
about?
think I know what you're talking about.
So I was a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm driving up
So
to work.
God's home.
It was God's home. Right. God's there. God's not out, definitely not out in the parking lot smoking a cigarette on his phone. No, God was there listening. But no, I stopped at the light and I'm listening to Lamb of God. And I'm, rocking out. It's early in the morning. I'm like trying to wake myself up, and like I had this moment where I realized that there were eyes on me. You ever have that moment where like
yes,
whether it's close up or far away, there's eyes on you.
Yes.
And I looked over to the right. I had both the windows down because the air conditioning's broken in my car.
Yeah.
So I looked over to the right,
Here.
and there's just a group of people standing outside in the parking lot. Like church had just gotten out.
Yeah.
And they're staring at me. And they're giving me the shit face. You know the shit face?
Yes,
like,
I do.
They're giving me
Because the very tone of what is coming out of your car has so offended them.
yeah,
Because of pitch.
They're
or
giving me
instrument can be offensive.
they're like doing this thing. They're holding on to snakes and they're falling over and having seizures or whatever it is evangelicals do.
They're all just slamming their Bibles on things.
Yeah. Jesus! And I was like, oh man, I looked over and I'm like, oh, and I kind of like gave him the hi, like good morning, you know what I mean, like a little good morning wave, and I got and just like so offended, and I drove away and I felt bad at first, and then I kind of realized like, you know what, fuck you, I don't care, I didn't have it up like loud enough to wake up the neighborhood.
They're out in the air with things.
Right.
They're not in the church.
And
they don't get to complain.
I'm sorry that I don't like your fucking music either. It's boring and uninteresting, and I have to listen to it whenever I'm
Stupid, and I hate the organ.
right. Yeah, like whenever I'm like sifting through to NPR, I have to like pass the.
You know that is something because of its religious connections. I feel like the organ is now like a really tough instrument to use creatively.
Yeah.
You can't really put the organ into death metal.
No, you really can't.
Well,
I mean,
you say that. Have you listened to Opeth though?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good point. I was gonna say the Korn made the bagpipes cool.
The last time I heard the organ and really enjoyed it was The Light of the Seven in Game of Thrones.
It was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't that win an award?
What's that?
Didn't that win an award?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, no,
that song.
Yeah,
just
really,
that
really
song
cool,
won
really
an award.
It's pretty spoopy.
But these people were like, I just ruined their day, and like, I knew in my heart of hearts that they were gonna like go home and like talk to their families about like, God, this punk.
Blasting is devil music.
Right, exactly.
A handful of people prayed for you that moment.
Right. So my recommendation, in the spirit of that, is everybody go home and listen to Lamb of God's New American Gospel.
Nice.
It was the first album that they released under the name Lamb of God after they changed their name from Burn the Priest to Lamb of God. so listen to Lamb of God's New American Gospel. There's a lot of really cool shit on there. Black Label's on that record. There's a really good snare drum sound on that record.
Yeah.
And Randy Blythe just has a bark of a voice.
Yeah.
So like, listen to that record and turn it up as loud as you fucking can and just rock out. When I listen to a metal album, I want to get pulverized, and that's a metal album that will pulverize me. It is really, really good. So check that out.
I want to listen to an album that puts my soul in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I did take
Pantera?
a recommendation and listen to Vulgar Display of Power.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
It's brutal.
Nice.
That is a brutal album.
Respect Walk is now the one thing I want to play when I walk into a room. It surpassed my previous choice, which was of course Eminence Front by the Who.
If I was a wrestler, I'd want to come out to Walk. That would be what I'd want. I'm going to show you a video of him playing that guitar solo because it's just disgusting. It's just gross.
Yeah,
it's gross playing. But yeah, we're going to be on a metal kick. It's summer. My girlfriend always makes fun of me because I always say like, oh, you know what? The weather's getting warm. That means it's time for heavy metal.
Yeah.
But I'll do the same thing in the winter. I'll be like, it's getting cold outside. It means it's time for heavy metal. so every season is metal season.
It's time for heavy
metal.
Obviously.
So it's definitely metal season right now. The next couple albums I recommend to you are going to be metal albums. So, Lamb of God's New American Gospel, check that shit out.
Yeah.
My second recommendation is something that I've been watching. Oh, hi!
Oh, it's Kirby.
Hey there!
Crabsy Dublin Poods.
Here's an impromptu recommendation.
Yeah.
I recommend this woman.
Hey!
Kirby Dublin pants. Your pants are quite Dublin.
We're wrapping up a very strange episode, Chris.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love this one.
You may as well. You
Yeah, you might as well hop in.
Sure,
Friend of the podcast, Dave's girlfriend, Crabsy Dublin Poods.
Oreo Cakester Port herself.
Cromwell's Skiddly Bop.
Scoop doop bip bop bip bop bang.
Crusty Crabs and Pork.
Crusty Crabs in Port.
I was just dropping out the phallic-themed food items
Yes.
for tomorrow.
Tomorrow we are having
fitting the theme of the podcast.
Yeah, right. There were a lot of dicks and balls.
There's a lot of dicks and balls.
I mean, there are three of you guys.
That's true. There's a lot.
There were even more dicks and balls than were present.
Even more dicks and balls than
Pretty
normal.
impressive.
Specifically 3 dicks and 12 balls.
Wow, you kept track?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I've been keeping tally. Do you not?
That's more balls.
Thank you for noticing, by the way, my 8 balls.
Oh, that's right. That's why they call you 8 Ball. Forgot.
God.
So tomorrow we're going to be screening a movie called Bad Johnson, which, like we talked a little bit about earlier, but I'll mention it on the show. It was on Reddit's Bad Movies subreddit, and as far as I could tell, it's about a guy who wishes his dick would just go away, and then it leaves his body and becomes a guy.
It's about a man's anthropomorphized penis who terrorizes him.
This is the never before seen Jim Carrey spectacular.
Yeah.
Now, when this disembodied penis becomes erect, does it become a Randy Johnson?
You shut the fuck up.
Make me, bitch!
Puns.
So we're going to watch it, and then if it's any good, next week maybe it'll be a recommendation. Or maybe I will recommend you don't watch Bad Johnson. One of those two is definitely going to happen.
It looks like they know how bad it is.
They
know that it's really dumb concept.
It looks like they're acutely aware of how bad this movie's going to be.
Right.
They really... Look up the trailer. That's a recommendation.
Yeah,
look up the trailer for Bad Johnson. Yeah. Check that out.
I'm excited for it. We're going to have some friends over who want to visit with the dog, and we're going to make them watch this bad movie.
We're gonna have...
Why? More importantly.
Because they are gluttons for punishment, clearly.
Because they don't know anything about him, man.
That's basically it.
Your second recommendation.
Oh, yeah.
We have a
Let's,
second one.
My second rec is... Dave, you probably have seen a couple of these before. They're on another season of one of my favorite YouTube series, Peanut Butter Gamers Hardcore series.
Oh,
they're in their third Terraria.
Terraria.
They're playing Terraria. They're on their third playthrough.
Have they done Starbound yet?
They have not.
Starbound is Terraria, but 1,000 times better.
Space?
In space.
In space, but like each world is procedurally generated, so like there's all sorts of alien life and like
That's cool.
laser guns, and you get it's real fucking cool.
Ooh, I like laser
Keep
guns.
throwing that recommendation out.
Oh, you know what? It's just this glass. Why I can't pour a nice glass. It's this glass.
Well.
That's the plus 10 wisdom glass. You
I
should
know.
be able to pour
I don't
great
understand.
beer.
I cannot pour beer into that glass.
You got to tilt the glass more,
I'm
homie.
doing give me a little topper there.
I'm doing it. It's, you know what? It's just a nightmare here.
You got to get a tap for that.
I got to get a good tap handle.
But anyway, no, that's not my recommendation. Your recommendation is Peanut Butter Gamers.
Yeah, watch any of his hardcore series. They have a new editor. They've been doing the past 2 seasons that they've done has been under this new editor. His name is Todd, and he's very good at it.
Yeah.
They got famous. They started doing Minecraft hardcores.
Can I donate to a charity to express my condolences that his name is Todd?
Todd, yeah. Ever since Breaking Bad, I hate that name.
Yeah.
Oh, I've hated that name long before Breaking Bad. It's
And anybody's
not a good name.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but worse is Tad, I think.
Tad is
It
not good.
just makes you sound small.
Thaddeus.
Like Tadpole.
Yeah. Thaddeus sounds regal. Tad sounds like your teeny.
Tad.
Just a tad.
Just a skosh.
Just a
Just a
tad.
skosh.
Just a little bit of beer.
Just a wee bitty bit.
But yeah, watch any of the hardcore series. Preferably watch the Minecraft Hardcore Season 5. Was the first one under the new editor, and start watching the Terraria one, which they are. I can only guess most of the way through. From where we're at, they're like 22 episodes in, and things have gotten pretty intense. So check that out. Those are my favorite.
PBG kicks ass.
Yeah, those are like consistently my favorite hardcore series.
Yeah.
Specifically, watch any hardcore series that Pro Jared is a guest on.
Yeah.
Because whenever he is on there, he's either succeeding in some way or he's dying in the most heroic way possible.
Yeah. He never has a bland performance.
He never has a bland performance on the show. He's always good. So
I was gonna say he's the one who like throws the sword as he's dying in lava, right?
There's a season of Minecraft where they have one diamond sword and they gave it to Jared, and he gets knocked into into lava by a spider, and he dies throwing the sword like a hero across the hall to PBG.
Yeah.
Just, take the sword! And then turns to death and dies.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing ever. So watch any of those. That's the best thing is like whenever somebody dies, it's like the most epic thing ever, and they're all crushed.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, they're like, oh,
they make it real.
Shit. Oh, go get his stuff.
Because after you die, you don't get to talk.
You don't get to talk. You don't come back. You're out. Yeah, you're out.
That's it.
If you die, you're out.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch that. It's a really good YouTube series.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
PBG.
You wanna go?
Yeah, I also have 2 recommendations, and my first is also an album. I recently decided that there's not enough chill in my life. I listen to too much fast-paced electronic music and rock and roll and you know all kinds of awesome shit. Not to say that what I'm about to suggest isn't awesome, otherwise I wouldn't be suggesting it. But I decided to look into jazz recently.
Yeah, welcome to the club, brother.
And the album that really caught my ear was Time Out by Dave Brubeck. The Dave Brubeck Quartet, featuring their single Take 5.
Take 5, yep, the coolest song ever recorded ever.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's just so perfect to just drive around and listen to.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't even need to have an ear for jazz to appreciate jazz, is what I'm
You
learning.
just feel like you're in LA Noir a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
A bit. it. Yeah.
I remember you telling me a couple months ago, like, I don't know what to feel when I listen to jazz, and I'm like, you don't have to feel anything. You just need to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I like all sorts of different kinds of jazz. But
Yeah, and that's
Brubeck's really cool.
The fact that it's making you feel so many things that you don't know how to feel speaks to it.
Right.
Exactly. That's a really good way to think of it.
But that's the thing. It's music for music's sake.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
jazz doesn't have any particular message behind it.
No.
It's there to be musical.
It's joie de vivre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of tete-a-tete. A little bit of, it's like...
Ipso facto.
Yes.
Lorem ipsum.
Quid.
Propos. Ergo vis-a-vis. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But what I especially like because I've listened so far also to Kind of Blue and what's the Coltrane album?
Time or Giant Steps.
No.
Love Supreme.
Love Supreme. That's the one.
The Coltrane's magnum opus. I just got that on vinyl the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Which are both fantastic for their own reasons, but Time Out is it's peppy. It's very upbeat.
Yeah.
And I like happy music. You know,
It's called Time Out because that entire record is recorded in really wild time signatures.
Yeah, Take 5 is recorded in 5/4.
5/4. There's a lot of 3/4. There's a couple really wild 6/8s are on there. There's a 7/8 on there. They actually label on the vinyl, like on the front print, different time signatures that the songs are in. Yeah, which is really cool.
And it's all real peppy. It's all real, just kind of upbeat, just kind of going with it. It's very relaxing. It puts you into this headspace that's like, you know, I can adapt to anything. You know, I can just go with whatever's coming at me. You know.
Yeah.
If you like that one, listen to the sequel to that album, Time Further Out.
Oh boy.
There's a second one that came after that. Yeah.
I shall.
I have
a 2.5 recommendation.
Yeah. I have both of those on wax. I can bring them over sometime and we can.
I shall do that.
Dig on it.
But yeah, Dave Brubeck's the Dave Brubeck Quartet's Time Out.
Great record. Yeah.
And my second recommendation is a game I beat recently. I feel like it was released this year. It might have been released tail end of last year, but it's Nier Automata.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Automata.
Probably Automata.
Automata sounds right.
Yeah, I always say Automata. Nier Automata. You don't. It's the the spiritual successor to the game called Nier, Nier, pronounced Nier. For the PlayStation 3.
I don't know anything about that game.
It's horribly depressing. It's depressing in this you know, grand epic way that Japanese games tend to, like, you know, it's never just terrorists have taken the president hostage or everything. It's like you know, existence is going to be unraveled if you don't, like this, you know, this massive epic scale shit that Japanese, productions tend to do.
Yeah, right.
But you don't need to have you don't have to have played the first Nier to play Automata, but it helps. Likewise, Nier is based off of one of the endings of the PlayStation 2 game Drakengard.
Oh man, there's a whole lineage to this shit.
Yeah, I know. It helps to read up on it, but it's not necessary. Automata is kind of its own. It's one of the reasons I love Star Trek so much is because it's what I like to call responsible sci-fi.
Yeah.
Science fiction for the purpose of putting a mirror up to humanity. And Nier Automata does that. It goes into themes of like the meaning of life. Living up to one's purpose.
Oh man. Sounds heavy.
The double-edged sword of not involving yourself, but attaching yourself to someone, and all the the joy and the sorrow that brings.
God, always so heavy with this shit.
It is.
Jesus, the Japanese, for being very playful people, can really fuck with your sense of self.
Oh, and don't get me wrong. There's plenty of kind of playfulness throughout this game. There's a character, for instance, named Jackass.
That's his name.
Her name.
Goofus.
Her name.
Goofus.
Yeah, don't be sexist, Dave.
Yeah, my mistake. I just
Her
assumed
name.
Jackass was a man.
No, believe it or not, it's a woman. And her name is
Believe
Jackass.
it or not, her name is Jackass.
She's a fucking stupid dude.
Hey.
Never thought she could give a side quest. But yeah, it's so gameplay wise, the combat system isn't anything to write home about. It's your basic, light and heavy attack combo change up.
Hacking and slashing.
Yeah,
Here's what I'm herking, and here's what I'm dirking.
if you time it right, you can evade attacks. But a lot of it rests on like upgrades for your weapons and for your abilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the combat system's not much to write home about. The plot, unreal. Like it will build you up and break you the fuck down.
It will depress the shit out of you.
Oh, it's an incredibly depressing game.
You'll realize issues you didn't know you had with your dad by the time you're done.
Right?
Basically, a game they made to substitute therapy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Were you
kinda.
really proud of me when I won a T-ball?
Yes.
It's
The game says the end, but I feel like it's just beginning.
But anyway, the premise of the game is that there's a combat force of androids that are trying to combat machine life forms on Earth that have taken over the planet. They were left there by aliens and they've taken over the planet, and humanity has retreated to the moon.
Naturally.
They live in seclusion on the moon, and
Like you do.
and the androids who are made in human form have to fight the machine life forms and try to take back Earth.
Okay.
That's the premise of the game.
That's actually kind of sweet.
It's pretty cool. The soundtrack is unbelievably good.
Okay.
And I don't say that for we have games, especially military shooters are guilty of this, where it's like these grand orchestral sweeping things that are ultimately unmemorable.
Yeah.
But
Because they sound like every war movie I've ever seen.
sure. But the Automata soundtrack is dynamic. As you progress through certain areas, the soundtrack builds up and adds layers to itself.
like Rez.
Right,
Like
yeah.
Rez. That was the coolest thing about Rez.
Or like Splinter Cell, or like Chaos Theory.
Yeah.
It builds on itself and adds layers to itself. The vocal work, the instrumentals, all incredible. The soundtrack is like it'll work its way into your brain. It's really good. And it's one of those games you don't really get bored playing it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. The plot keeps you hooked. It keeps throwing questions at you that you want to see answered.
Nice.
It's I highly recommend it. Nier Automata, definitely one of the better games of this year.
Cool.
By far.
Cool.
That sounds pretty sweet. And sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the stones for it, but I want to try
It
it.
reminds me of, what was that one I started playing? The yarn
Oh,
ball?
yeah, Yarny.
I mean, obviously it wasn't combat.
Unravel. Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't
Unravel.
combat related,
yeah.
but it was such a sweet
I love
layer
Unravel,
game.
yeah,
I'm still
it's-
playing my way through it, but
Yeah.
it's so like sad and emotional and cute.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It's very bittersweet.
So many
Yarny's cool,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell it's made by a bunch of sentimental Swedes.
Yeah. Swedes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Swede.
What if we had them unravel as you go through the level?
Oh, that's quite sad, but also a bit interesting.
One more recommendation. Sorry, I'm sorry. Inside. Inside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Play Inside. It takes 3 hours to beat.
That's by the makers of Limbo, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's incredible. It takes like 3 or 4 hours
It's
to
like
beat.
a Tool video. It's
It is.
so weird.
Yeah, it does.
It's-
He's got the lurching
Yeah,
bodies.
Yeah. Play Inside. It's phenomenal.
really
Like,
good
play
game.
inside, outside.
USA.
Go outside, play inside. You decide.
All right, Dave.
Give
David.
it a show.
Actually, I want to since we
Yeah, we got a little
Cripply Dubin.
Yeah, we're already running long anyway, so we might as well.
We're just gonna let the end of
Please,
this play
please
out.
bring this episode up. Please,
It's
please
like a 3 hours.
bring it from the dark place that we were at.
Yeah.
Lighthearted. Also, I was just there, so this is like the easiest thing I could think of as a recommendation. But I recommend the grocery store chain Aldi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Aldi
Because-
rules.
Aldi.
Aldi rules.
I don't shop for groceries enough because I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I get overwhelmed. But when I do, I go to Aldi, and I always walk out of there with way more shit than I mean to.
Yeah.
But
And you still only spend
when
like
I look
30
at
bucks.
when I look at my cart, I'm like, oh God, what have I done? And then when I pay, I'm like, oh, $25.
Yeah, I know.
That's
And
we talked about this, haven't we? It's like Aldi, you can go through there and just be like a maniac, and you pay $25.
And it's under $50 every single time.
Wow.
And I kind of make a point at Aldi because they have like a rotating shipment schedule. Like 1 week they get their Italian themed foods, and another week they get something else.
Right.
Or like a cranberry covered cheese log.
It's just they have weird shit, but it's amazing.
It's weird European
every
shit.
time I go in there, since I don't go regularly, there's always at least one thing that I'm like, that's crazy that it's here, and I make a point to get it.
Yeah.
So
What'd you get this time?
This time
I'm
I
interested.
got something. It's in the freezer upstairs. I can be
Hell
happy.
yes.
We wanted gyros really bad the other day.
Oh,
and we didn't
fuck.
get them, and they had a kit of like making. It makes 5 gyros. So
Oh, nice.
we have that in the
Holy shit.
freezer.
Score.
Yeah,
It was like
Gyros.
$7, and that'll be a couple meals, and it's super exciting.
That's
and I got
awesome.
a bunch of other stuff. I
Score.
got this stuff for dinner tomorrow.
I've seen
and
this before,
everything,
and I never had the nerve to pick them up because I was just like, well, if I don't like them, then whatever.
Did
But
you
it's
also-
worth the gamble.
I had a weak moment, and I really want gyros.
Yeah. Did you also buy an entire lamb and a peppercorn plant?
For about $25.
For you Philistines
wish.
out there, this is the proper way pronounced gyro.
Gyro.
And it's also not
Gyro.
hero.
Gyro.
That's
Gyro.
a good. Also, okay, I have a second recommendation.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this is a very niche recommendation. If you are in the Youngstown area and going to any church festivals,
Yes.
you must eat a gyro.
Yes.
And you must get it from the gyro time guy.
I love that guy.
Is that the same guy that's at the Canfield Fair?
He's everywhere. He's
Yeah.
got
What
all
time
sorts
is
of
it?
Stuff.
Yeah.
It's like 4:30.
Yeah, this is, if people don't know about this guy, tell them about him.
So my family has been frequenting his food truck since I was little, which is why he's the only one I go to. Like
Yeah, you
I will
have
walk around a festival or the Canfield Fair for hours trying to find his stand. He's a really eclectic guy. He's Greek.
And he won't-
It's a family business, and he will not serve you if you don't pronounce it right.
Yeah.
Right,
And
yeah.
he will make you, which is kind of an asshole thing, but it's also really fun.
Sorry, like a gyro. We don't have.
What?
What? I'd like a gyro. I said what? But
A gyro.
oh, you want a gyro?
But to be fair, if someone came in and asked you, yes, how do I get to Washington? you would say, no, pronounce it right. Pronounce it right first.
I don't know. I would call it hotline. That guy freaks me out.
Well, it's like when people say camel is Campbell.
Campbell?
Yeah, stop it.
Campbell?
People, you ever talk to somebody from out of town and they're like, it's in Campbell, Ohio?
Campbell.
No, it's Camel.
Not even Campbell?
Yeah.
Just,
Like
I
with,
can
with the
understand
B
Campbell.
instead of the P?
I've ordered stuff like at work,
Like
for people
Colonel
out of
Campbell?
town, and they'll go Campbell, and it's like, no, it's Camel. We call it. Don't ask. It's Camel.
We're Americans. We don't pronounce every single letter.
Right.
Like,
It's-
you know
I
this.
can't be bothered. I only have so many consonants before I die.
Soup
Yeah.
City, Camel, Ohio.
City.
Soup City.
Oh, home of the soup.
Oh,
Home
my
of the shoot.
disco.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh my
guy.
gosh.
So you're a guy.
Gyro.
He gave me a free drink once because I pronounced it so well.
He did, didn't he?
Gyro.
I remember you told me
it
about
was
that.
many years ago, but it's a highlight of my life. Like I said it right, and he was like, oh, "That's perfect. You get a drink." And I
Yeah.
was like, "I really just want some water, but thanks."
What a sweetie that guy is.
Yeah, it was
and ask
really
him what time
nice.
it is.
And his food, yeah.
Ask him what time it is. You want to know? Anyone want to guess who's listening? What time it is? It's gyro time.
It's Gyro time.
It's Gyro time.
Gyro time.
Gyro time.
But he's a sweetie. He's eclectic
He's
legend.
neglected legend.
He's a neglected legend.
He's a neglected legend.
He is a neglected
And a glorp.
What a sweetie Petey.
What is
So those are my recommendations. Go to Aldi's when you need to go grocery shopping if there's one near you, and go find a guy who looks Greek and say gyro at him.
Yeah. Not even just this guy, but
No, just anyone.
any guy who looks Greek.
Maybe
Any guy who's like,
Maybe
vaguely
he'll be
Mediterranean
really
looking guy.
insulted. I don't know.
Any guy.
just any guy Mediterranean enough. Just walk up to him and go, hey, gyros, right? Guys,
You might get a
hate crime.
gyro. You might get a gyro, or you might get severely mauled.
Yeah.
Eurocrime, hate time. Wait.
The hate crime.
Scratch that, reverse it.
All right, Dave, recommendations.
Just a quick one. One of my favorite shows that is currently still being made came back recently for another season. It is House of Cards.
Ooh.
House of Cards is so fucking good.
I still haven't watched beyond the first episode.
I'm not going to spoil shit.
Yes, they don't spoil.
I'm not. This is not a spoilery show. I don't want to do that kind of thing. I will say it is. If everyone wants to know if the new season is the last one, even before they watch it, I will just tell you, you're going to get more House of Cards. So watch this with the comfort of knowing that it's not the final season. Well, if it is, I'll be shocked because they left a real cliffhanger. But it's super great. The thing about it that's weird is that now that we're in 2017, it's not that scary.
Yeah.
Because reality is way scarier than you know?
Reality has outpaced the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they even commented like Trump has stolen all our material. So there's not much else we can do to.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, like the thing is the fear of the Underwoods that used to seem so implausible and like dystopian a few years ago. It's like just kind of on par with what's really happening now.
It's a novelty now.
Yeah, it's exactly.
That's cute.
I look back to the quaint times when we were afraid of our fictional presidents.
Right.
But it's really, really good. It's a very topical season, just as the last few have been, where they follow current events with sort of plot lines that sort of match up with stuff that's going on. My favorite character on the fucking show, Doug Stamper, is a badass this season.
Yeah.
He continues to be amazing and exciting.
And terrifying.
Terrifying. Just dark, creepy.
Yeah.
Bordering on the edge of falling back into alcoholism at every turn.
I'll take care of that, sir.
Okay. I think it's clear to me that we all of us in this room would rather have Frank Underwood as our president.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
Yeah.
Starting with you, Chris. Any fictional character that you would want to be president?
Any fictional character.
Instead of the giant orange douchebag that is occupying that office right now.
Orange cloud.
President, what's his name from West Wing?
Oh yeah, Bartlett.
Jeff Bartlett.
Bartlett for president.
President Bartlett.
President Bartlett.
I want
Fuck
President
yeah.
Bartlett. I want him to be my president.
Yeah, me too.
President Sheen.
So for me, I want someone who has an iron fist clothed in a velvet glove. Mm-hmm. And for me,
just for me,
that is either Tywin Lannister.
Yeah, President Tywin.
And maybe not so much the velvet glove part, but I feel like Daniel Plainview would be an effective president.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Plainview.
Yeah.
From There Will Be Blood.
Oh, yeah.
The movie that Dave has only just watched for the first time.
I watched it.
Oh, did you watch it?
A couple of weeks ago.
That's a great film, dude.
Yes,
watch
it was.
Ain't it?
Yeah.
Watch it a second time because you're gonna like it even more.
Imagine Daniel Plainview as president of these United States in 1870 whatever.
Yeah. I can picture it. Because the thing is, he as a character, he's a fascinating diplomat, but he's also, like, he's underneath everything, he only cares about himself.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Like most politicians.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, see, I feel like Tywin in that way is different because he doesn't care so much about himself. He cares about his family name.
Right.
He cares about the legacy he's going to leave.
He cares about the royal we. You know, the royal we.
The royal.
The editorial.
The
We dropped off the fucking money.
I think as a president, I would love to have what's his fucking face from Idiocracy, Terry Crews, draped in an American flag.
Macho, Herbert, Mountain
Jackson, something.
Yeah.
No,
Doritos.
okay.
Something his name. I forget.
I'll one up that and say the real life Terry Crews for president because he's one of the most
I
fantastic
want a president
human
that
beings.
can make his boobs jiggle.
Hell yeah.
That's all I want.
Woo! Believe in American power!
I mean, we could have just chosen a woman president and we'd already have that.
But can she make her boobs jiggle?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's called shimmying and it's real easy.
Shimmy, shimmy,
Add some
shimmy.
jazz
Shimmy
hands and
my-
you got a whole show.
Oh, everyone check out my Clinton tail.
Fuck!
I'm doing that little Clinton tail.
Stop! That's an awful image.
My Clinton tits.
They're probably nice.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
She takes care of herself. There.
Sarah Palin's
she's a
breasts are
fit lady.
probably nicer,
I'll give you that.
but she
Well,
would
she's
not make a
younger.
better
They
president.
just got so much dumb behind
Evil
them.
does
Yeah,
great things for boobs.
Yeah, it does.
sure does. Yeah,
Well,
Sure
okay,
does.
maybe Sarah Palin can be a official White House jester.
yeah, there you go.
A Chester jester.
All right.
Yeah.
I had one too, and Connor just forgot it.
Have another one? Oh, you're president. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Leslie Nope.
Yes.
Go fucking yeah!
Yes.
Leslie
President Nope.
Goddamn Nope.
Nope, we can.
Nope.
Or just Amy Poehler herself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, either
with
way.
running mate Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The character Leslie Nope is a hero.
Running mate Ron
a hero.
Swanson, let's
Yeah,
be
oh my
honest.
god. A hero to all. And she's amazing, and she would make a phenomenal.
I would vote for Nope for president.
Oh.
Before we call this
definitely.
session of Congress to order, I believe that this is all a massive joke. You can do whatever you wish, but please do not involve me in it.
I just like the idea of a big bus.
End of speech.
A big bus that says Nope, yep, underneath.
Yeah. Leslie fucking Nope for president, absolutely.
President?
President?
He said.
Yeah, Terry Crews.
Oh, yeah, Terry
He
Crews.
can jiggle
Yeah.
his tits. Come on, just picture that.
Yeah.
Oh, that silky, fucking smooth chest.
Yeah,
bounces
oh,
his
yeah.
big man.
Fuck that amazing smile.
that winning
It's a good
smile.
smile.
Self-vibrating tits.
The flawless lip syncing to 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
Just put that in an ad. Everyone votes for him.
Yep.
2020 over.
All right, so
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
let's get into what did we learn?
What did we learn?
I learned that you need to be kind to other gamers.
Yeah, be nice.
Yeah.
Don't be a prick.
Don't be a prick, you fucking loser.
I
Spark Lord.
yeah, right. Yeah, don't be a dick, you fucking loser.
It costs, in the words of Winston Churchill, when you have to kill a man, it costs nothing to be polite.
Yeah.
You know, even if someone else is being a douche, just be like, yo, I'm sorry, we'll get it the next round.
Yeah.
We're gonna get this the next round. It'll throw them completely off guard. Everyone expects you to say, "Oh, shut up, you fag!
Yeah, right.
Don't tell me how to play."
Yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah, no, I agree.
Kill them with kindness.
I put, don't let anything get between you and your ribs. You gotta get some ribs and there's
Yeah.
some guy saying no, you say yes. You cross that line of shopping carts and empty buckets and flour racks.
That's goddamn
You get
right.
your goddamn country ribs.
That's
because you're an
goddamn
American.
right.
USA!
USA! USA! USA! All right. I learned that weebs like to learn.
Yeah, we the call of the weeb is great.
Oh
Call
yeah.
it the wild weeb. DBZ. I also learned that it is totally not normal to bring a knife to the workplace, especially when your job revolves around kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a spam man with no, with absolutely no charisma.
Spam man.
Yeah.
When your name is Jim Pank and no one likes you.
Just don't,
Oh,
just don't get.
that's what you're at.
We talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man.
Ugh.
Man.
What else? What else do I got here? I just wrote who calls their anus Carlsbad.
Carlsbad Caverns.
Carl does.
Carl does.
Carl's bad caverns.
Oh,
Yeah.
finally,
Got it.
I learned it's totally not gay to stuff butts with your buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gay, especially if it's a business
It's
trip.
not. It's not gay.
If it's a business trip, it's fine.
It's fine.
You're just like making deals. You're wheeling and dealing with a mouthful of
It's
nuts.
basically the new handshake.
It's okay.
I learned
The glands shake.
I learned that you can tune in Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for True Housewives of Your Mom's Butt.
I saw
I'm gonna
that
add that to my
earlier.
DVR. True Housewives of Your Mom's Butt.
Also known as Detroit.
Last week on Real Housewives of Your Mom's Butt. It sucks in here.
I also just wrote Carlsbad Caverns. That clearly made an impression. That's the weirdest thing we've ever talked about on the
Well,
show.
I would like to say what I've learned.
Yeah, what did you learn?
If you guys are out.
good.
Which is, I have learned that absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
And it is good to have you back.
Yeah,
Pancakes.
Glasses in. Welcome back,
And
Andy.
it is good to
Very good to be back.
It is good to be a reunited testosterone fueled Voltron once
Yes.
again.
Yeah, let out all that repressed, all the repressed gay that we built up over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we
It's
spent
out now.
literally
Yeah,
half this
it's out
episode
now.
talking about penises.
Yeah, it's out. It's out now. We've got it out.
Boy, oh boy.
Better out than in.
Why do you think we
always
smoke
say.
cigars every week, yeah?
Yep.
Freud was right.
Well, he said a cigar is just a cigar. He clearly meant a cigar.
Yeah, but as
is
he was
your
shoving it halfway
big,
down his throat.
Big,
dick.
turgid, sweating, vascular penis.
And on that note,
Have a good night, everybody.
thank you for joining
Thanks
the
for joining us.
Dudecast.
We'll be back next week with Slam and his topic. Goodbye.
Suck all the dick you can.
Bye-bye.
You only live once.